Can you hear any of us? Okay. Of course it did.
I hate Streamlabs. You should be able to hear us now. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, everyone. Streamlabs, for some reason, just changed the audio outputs for
Yay, it's working.
everything,
Hey.
which is great. All right, I'm going to do that again. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Tavern of Tales for another night of Houses of Barovia. We are very excited to have all of you here. I have one announcement from Virus, and that is that we have acquired 40-ish, and we lost somebody in the Zoom call.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm going to keep going because I haven't moved, so just look at me.
Do it.
Virus, wine from Virus. It's all red. I'm sorry, but it's very, very good. Highly recommend you get your hands on that. Welcome back, Vex. See, it's fixed. No problems.
No,
the very
Vex
least-
is list now.
At the
And
very
I'm
least,
Vex.
That's okay. You should try playing List sometime.
You go
Nope,
here.
you can have
You go
her.
here.
That's
everything's
fine. You have to be Ranagar now.
Don't worry, I fixed it. It's just because of when they reconnected to Zoom, they get moved around, so I have to move them around in Zoom. Anyway, at least our technical problems are usually at the beginning, and I don't know, it's like a bit now. I feel like if we don't have technical problems, it's less funny.
Bad sign.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome everyone. We're really glad to have you. Let's go ahead and do our intros, and then we can dive back into Houses of Barovia. Blondie, you're first.
Oh dear. Hi, I'm that one blonde nerd on TikTok. Not really Instagram, but kind of. And I am ADH Adventures on Twitch, where you can find me a few times a week. We have shows 5 days a week, most weeks, 4 days some. We have Gods of Our Lair run by Halfling Wizard on Monday. We have Turning Point run by me on Tuesday evenings. We have Secrets of the Alchemist run by Something Savage on Wednesdays. We have Agents of the Circle run by Circle DM every other Friday, not this Friday, but the next. And we have our newest campaign, Heroes Arc, starting on Saturdays at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm starting a new improv show with Lakeside Legends soon. And of course, you can find me here every Sunday.
Blondie's just like, I do
I think that's it.
everything.
Mhm.
There's some more stuff in the works.
Okay. Patrick Omega.
Hi, everybody. My name is Patrick Keefe. I am the Omega to Lawler's Alpha. And I am known as That Great Gentleman everywhere on the internet. You can find me primarily on TikTok and on Instagram. You can also find me on the Writer's Room, 7th Sea, which is a 7th Sea TTRPG podcast where we play a sweeping pirate adventure. Things are getting real intense, guys, and you can find that wherever podcasts are found. You can find me here every Sunday playing Bastion, a bard of the College of Lore, and you can find me also every third Thursday, I believe 2 Thursdays from now, for our final episode of Actor Oki over on twitch.tv/gildinglight. It is going to be a climactic end, and we are very excited for it.
Thank you, Gray. Jet. Did you unmute? No, you didn't.
Helps if I unmute, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jet, also known as Dungeons and Penguins on everything except for Twitter, where I'm D&D Penguin. You can find me here on Sundays. Yeah, I play Dom. He is my half-elf femboy assassin, and I love them so much. Do I need to do a little recap of Dom, or are we just...
Nah, we're just doing our catch-up. We probably should have done that. We'll go back around.
Probably.
Cool!
Vex.
I'm Vex. You can find me on various different social media platforms at some version of Dancing with the Fae, Dancing with the Fairy, or Dancing with the Fae Court. It highly depends on how many times I've been banned from said platform. You can also find me here, where I play Eros, who is a monk bard. Monk bard. Yes.
You got that right.
My brain confused monk with satyr, and then I could not get out of that.
You are also a satyr.
Yes, Eros is also a satyr. I just could not fathom that I had not already said this. That is all.
Patrick Alpha.
Hi, I'm Patrick Lawler, and I play Ranagar. I'm on the internet. It's Patrick Lawler everywhere. That's LOLLER, like, because I'm funny, and also that's my God-given name. So, yep, that's it. I don't care for plugs.
All right. I, of course, am Andrew, your teller of tales. Okay, all the things I need to remember. First off, music is provided by the wonderful Arcane Anthems. If you check out their Patreon, they have, well, they make free RPG music for you to use, which is really cool, and we adore West. The Discord, if you want to keep up on everything we're doing with Houses of Barovia, and also in all of our other wonderful upcoming shows that we're slowly working on, you should join us on Discord in the Tavern of Tales, where you can join a really cool community that's very D&D focused, very accepting, and it's the best way to keep up on everything we're doing because it definitely gets posted there. Thanks, chat. Also, if you are interested in any of the homebrew that we use, which is just about everybody now has some form of homebrew, or like my DMing style and want videos and tips and all that good stuff and tutorials, highly recommend checking out our Patreon, where every month all of the homebrew gets posted, and I'm going to start doing tutorials, DMing stuff, how you use challenge rating, all that good stuff. I have a big long list of videos I'm going to have for, what is it, August next month? Are we in July?
We are in July.
Time is a construct, and I don't believe in it. So if that interests you, or you just want to help support the stream, Patreon. I did music, I did Patreon, I did Discord. We are working on getting merch set up, hopefully in the next couple weeks here. So that'll be really cool. Gentle Healing Nom and Dragonberries. They came out of me shirts coming soon. Definitely.
They sure did.
So we will have those available to you shortly. I think that's everything. So, when we last left the party, they had a visit from a unusual friend for some of them. From the god of cosmic balance, Vaz, who showed up to talk with Liss. They were very excited to have found Liss again, because they were worried when they couldn't find them that they had lost them. They also had got to have a nice chat with the party. Bastion got a stern dressing down, which was a lot of fun for me. It was a lot of fun for me. And then after that, the party worked to break the glitch on Strahd so that he was free from the illusion of Barovia. It was a bit of a battle, as Strahd is, not a pushover, but they did manage to hand Strahd his 5th defeat in, 500-ish years. So, pretty good. Also discovered Strahd didn't turn to mist, as he's becoming less of a vampire, so it seems. And Liss had to, or Vess had to jump 19 times to change back into Liss. So that was pretty good.
Never not funny.
True.
Let me hit the music button. That's probably a good idea. The
We
party.
have a hydrate.
Oh, we have a couple, I think.
Hydrate. Are people picking fights with the hydrates? Because this never, you can't win. I have infinite points. Just speaking of the hydrates, because our wonderful cast can't spend the points on themselves, if they use a hydrate, that means all of you drink.
I have 32,000 points.
Yeah, I have.
I have 6.9.
23,000.
I have infinite points.
I
We had someone try
love.
and pick a fight with
Oh,
us.
I've been here the longest because I've never missed a session, so I've just
You
been
have.
racking these bad boys up.
Oh,
I
nice.
You
hate
should-
you.
I was
Should
7.
give a You should make a tier of like 50,000 then. Where I don't have to wear pants on stream.
Yeah.
Although, you don't know if I am or not.
There you go.
Well.
I feel like that's more of a boon for you than a challenge.
Holy shit.
wow,
Thank
okay.
you, Super Fuzz.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh, wow, thank you so much.
Super
Hey,
Fuzz.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chat's just thrown me off. So the party stands in this outcropping of trees just north of the winery. The shattered and burnt remains of the dome that they had made to trap Strahd lies scattered around them, as Strahd is still lying on the ground, having been healed and still a little damp from the gentle healing nom of Ranagar. Is rather beat up, as are much of the party. The mists and the bats and the wolves have retreated back into the forest. And just for Ranagar's own comfort, the bodies of the bats have vanished. So whether or not they were real is probably you know, a comforting fact for the poor dragon who was not happy about having to hurt animals.
Just murder them by scores of them.
They were not real bats. It's fine. They were the magic of Barovia, because there's probably not that many bats in all of Barovia.
No. Not there. I doubt. Well, no, I doubt there's enough bats in that small landmass to create an entire fucking cyclone of bats.
Endless swarm.
A bat
And-
NATO, if you will.
That
No,
is.
I feel like there aren't enough bugs to sustain that many bats.
After getting caught in a swarm of wasps, once the thought of getting caught in the swarm of anything flying is
Oh no.
Ooh.
bad memories.
Stories are sad.
All your stories are sad.
Yep.
So,
I told you about getting stuck under my car once. It was not sad, it was funny.
There you go.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jet, you unfortunately had to miss last session. So, Dom, having been brutally beaten up by
The DM.
Strahd, because I am mean and picked on the
You
person
were-
who wasn't present.
Relentless against fucking. You're like, I'm gonna murder them. They're gonna
Oh my
die.
gosh, you can never miss a session.
Yeah, can't miss a
no.
session, guys. It's when your DM will roll a nat 1 on your first death saving throw.
Yep, did
But
do
it's
that.
fine.
Didn't die though. Really important. Also, you guys have like 5 diamonds and 3 sources of revivify.
That's true.
Do we? I think we only have two.
Two. That's right. Just the 2. Still, 2 sources of revivify.
So far.
Right now.
But after getting thoroughly thrashed by, just a reminder, and because Dom was beaten up, bitten multiple times, thrown through the clay barricade,
I didn't like that.
bitten more. In another context, it could be a really fun time. I was wondering how it's going to get to react to that. So, how is Dom feeling right now, Jet?
Oh, this is the best they've ever felt. Never better. I think
Nah.
this is the second time Dom's ever gone down, right? Because the first time was the Banshees.
Yep, I think that is correct.
He's not used to being picked on like that. Oh.
How is everyone doing? Are we feeling good?
I am.
Oh,
I am
me neither.
wonderful. I am wonderful.
okay. That's just.
I am sore still, and I am damp, and I feel guilty about hurting my friends. But I am free of the illusion. Yay! This is great.
Hey.
It's okay,
That's
we
great.
don't take it personally. We've been hurt by friends before.
Just awkwardly looks around at everybody and then looks back to Liz.
I'm just like he's watching Strahd very pointedly.
Like,
Yes, I have heard your group dynamic is odd. This one killed you, and this one also killed you, and then there's the whole other thing.
It's complicated. I
Yeah,
think.
no, we don't.
I know.
But
You're
you know,
good to
it-
get
it-
up on your own. Like, I'll help you up. It's just sticky.
Oh, I am
Very
not
sticky.
getting up for a moment. I'm
Okay,
going to
that's
stay
fair.
down here for a bit.
Ranagar, whose eyes had glazed over, suddenly turns his massive head and he's like, "Oh, I got distracted. What's
you
going
okay?"
on? Sorry."
Bastion's gonna like just hold up his hand with like mass cure wounds ready to go. It's like, everybody, anyone need? Yes.
I
didn't take any damage.
Please. Please.
And just
No,
lets it
don't
fly.
don't
No.
cast mass cure wounds
Yeah, Ranagar.
after
Okay.
battle.
Yeah,
When we
Strahd.
have people who can free heal.
Yeah, Strahd got gums, so Strahd's healed. It's just I imagine that healing magic gets rid of the actual injury, but it doesn't tell your nerves to stop hurting because your
Right.
nerves are dumb.
You're still probably wiped out because ow.
And your body's still like, well, we got clawed and magicked and shot a lot. We got shot a lot. There was a lot of arrows.
Did anyone take the arrows out of him?
I assume they get pushed out when they. Oh my God, Strahd's just lying there with the arrows going through. He's
He's
still
like,
just
I healed around. Do I leave them in? Do I take them out?
Tom, do you want to go maybe collect those arrows?
Yeah, Dom will just like walk over and just like
I know.
without care, just kind of pull them out.
Oh, that's good. This whole feeling pain thing is awful. I don't know how you mortals handle it. Or
Not just mortals there, Strahd.
Yeah, I realize not just mortals. I don't miss this part of being alive, if I'm being completely honest.
It's not my
Oh.
favorite part either, but I suppose it's
Oh,
part of the experience.
okay. And you can see
If
the
you
region-
couldn't feel pain before, does that mean you couldn't feel pleasure?
It's not that I couldn't feel it. It was just everything was numb. It was like everything was yeah, everything was numb.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Well,
This might be a benefit to you then.
yes.
And
Yes.
then Ranagar reaches over and very gently just sort of tries to, with his massive dragon claw, tries to like scratch him on the head. See? Isn't that nice?
Yes. Oh! Okay, Tom. Thank you very much. There's just blood all over Strahd's clothes. What left of their clothes, because their clothes like exploded when they got lightning bolt, when they got hit by the lightning bolt to energize them.
my god.
Oh. Okay.
We might need to get Strahd a change of clothes. Just run that out there.
Does that happen every time you used that particular ability?
Yes. Usually I don't. I only use it when in a bad situation. So it's happened twice since I was a Strahd. Since I've been in Barovia. Since I've been a vampire. I also died last
Really-
time. So.
Do you
Not a
monologue
good
every
track
time as well, or
It was kind of aggressive.
I mean, yeah, it was a well, it was good.
The performance was nice.
I appreciate that.
very theatrical?
Definitely set the mood when
I
the
really,
bat- the
I really
wolves
think
came.
the lightning bolt is a nice touch. I like that.
Oh,
part.
Oh yeah, no, the lightning bolt was cool. I don't get why you hurt yourself though.
It is funny
Oh,
that
the
you
lightning
are
bolt doesn't
half
hurt
naked after.
Yeah, that part is honestly not my favorite.
Bliss glances at Ranagar at that moment.
I missed what you said, sorry.
Oh, Liz just glances at Ranagar when Strahd's like, yeah, the not having clothes part, that's a thing.
Oh. Ranagar chuckles and goes, "Clothes are for cowards."
Yeah,
Agreed.
Is that how that works? I'm not sure that's how it works.
I
But
appreciate that.
you know.
I do notice
Is Strahd still Is he naked now?
No, he's like hulking it, where he's got like torn clothes. Like
He's just got torn
covered.
pants
He's
on.
just got torn pants on, like, and they're like charred. And like parts of his clothes are still there. They just got burned away when the lightning bolt hit. Look, if you have a lot of time to practice monologuing when you've been trapped in a place for 400 years.
Also, apparently, a lot of time to work out. I mean,
Oh, thank you. Yes, it.
not bad. Not gonna lie.
I appreciate that. I think. No, I do. I just still hurt. Ranagar, would you mind? And you can see they're regenerating very slowly, like much slower than they should be.
Well, you're cutting. I don't mean your wounds.
Oh yeah, Ranagar's like, oh sure, and then he leans down and just starts gumming him. Arr, arr, arr.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to try and then just sits right up and is like, oh, nope, that was a mistake, and just lays back down.
Yeah, do that. Take it a little more slowly.
Ranagar, is anybody else hurt? Ranagar glances around.
Yeah, Bastion's looking pretty rough.
Ranagar chews on you as well.
Thank you, buddy.
And then after that's done, he gives himself like a big shake, like a massive cat, and then he slowly starts shrinking down into his kobold form.
Oh.
That's all right. And he like gives a big stretch. He's like, well, that's been a day.
Would they be fully healed now?
Yep. The magic of Ranagar's saliva.
Yeah.
Ranagar's magic mouth.
Yep, you said it.
Well, shall we go back to the winery, I guess?
Ranagar starts picking his teeth, and he's like, I gotta say, Strahd, of the vampires I've tasted, you're the least offensive.
I appreciate that, I think.
Don't take it in a weird way.
How many vampires have you tasted? I guess, never mind.
One, 2, 3.
I say
a
this
few.
like, I say this like I don't bite a lot of people.
I like to bite vampires back. I think it's funny.
Oh, you are certainly right. It is funny. And he pushes himself to his feet. He's like, okay.
This will reach out and like give him a hand up if he needs.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh,
No problem. Well, you're you-ish. You know what's going on now, so that's good.
yes, I seem to be free of the glitch. This is a good feeling. Later. I will be happy about it later. Right now, you are not lying. Everything that was awful. Honestly, the pain was not as bad as what happens in your head because your brain just is.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, that's like a whole thing.
It just hurts. It's just awful. It's kind of like it's like being in the back seat of your head and just watching everything happening.
Oh, that's.
And you just kind of phase in and out.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's not
Should we?
fun.
Are we walking and talking?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
We should probably get back.
Yes.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Well,
Are you
least you
cold,
have
Strahd? Can you feel cold?
I couldn't. I can now. Actually, I'm a little chilly. And they're gonna snap. He's gonna snap his fingers and then prestidigitation off the saliva, and be dry.
That's
And it just goes like a dog, like everywhere else.
Bastion, who is
Chase,
still
yeah.
like soaking wet, just gets hit with more spill, just like
Wes turns around to Bastion. Cast words. Cast prestidigitation
hate that
on him.
word. I hate that word so
Just like,
much.
oh yeah, here.
I'm just assuming that Dom is still like dirty and covered in
Oh,
spit and like dirt from being thrown through a wall.
And probably blood. they got
yeah,
they
that's
got bit
right.
a lot.
Bastion's just-
Dom, do you need some cleaning
Yeah.
too?
Would
Okay.
would be nice.
Perfect. She's just gonna flick her fingers.
And
clean
Bastion's gonna
clean
look
Dom
at
off too.
Bastion's gonna look at Strahd's still like bare chest and be like, let's we'll fix that. And then cast mending to try and put together whatever shraps are still
You
there.
could mend it, but it'll take a while.
Yeah,
it takes
no,
a
I'm
hot
just,
minute
like,
to mend
functionally mend it.
Just mending it back the whole time.
It's
So it's
like-
like,
just it's fine. Don't worry
Liz
about
just
it.
raises her eyebrow at Bastion. Strahd's nice to look at, isn't he? Kind of just watches him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean. Mm-hmm. And it just like tears his eyes away. And they're like, oh, yep. Whew, all right, we're
Eris will walk past, giving Basher a bit of a side eye and a bit of a shove and just, oh, nice taste you have there, though I don't personally understand it. And will walk over to Dom.
it's like looking at a statue, okay? You can appreciate it.
Sure, you're
touch
just
I'm
appreciating
not gonna touch.
Ranagar rolls his eyes very cartoonishly and goes, God damn it, mortals are so horny. And he follows arrows.
Oh, we got a short amount of
Mortals are
time.
the only ones, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that doesn't land very well if you know Ranagar.
Bastion just starts counting Ranagar's horns. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I see. I've missed the joke.
Oh,
you can see
goodness.
Strahd the whole time people are talking about him. It's just sort of like, that's right.
Oh no, this is entirely to make you uncomfortable. It's sort of payback.
Me? Oh, I love
Yes.
it when people talk about me.
Oh, well,
Did you listen
it's
to the
backfired.
monologue?
Over his shoulder, and goes, we know!
Yeah.
Have you-
Yep.
Look, you can only have so many textbooks written about you before you just can't help yourself.
Or it all goes to your head.
It just goes straight to your head.
I mean,
I
I
will
think
keep in
Basher
mind
wants
if
to go
there's
straight
ever-
somewhere else, but that's besides the point.
Look, all right, we're moving past that. Anyway, how are you doing, Strahd? How's the old noggin doing? Good, great, excellent. Moving on.
Let's just kind of, if Strahd still needs a hand, we'll continue
Bastion
to
just
help Strahd
drops
forward.
mending and
She's
just
gonna-
starts walking forward.
Just
Strahd's got
plaster
half
herself.
dirt.
Strahd's covered enough.
Yeah.
And anyone with a high enough insight, I'll say like an 18. How much Strahd needs help is not clear. How much Strahd is enjoying Liz helping them is more clear.
Hmm.
She kind of has that like slightly knowing smile and kind of just shakes her head and laughs and then she glances at the group again. So, have you been to the winery very many times before?
No, I have almost never been here. Even in old Barovia. How do I put this? I had people who would go to the winery and get the wine. Also, the wine was largely for the locals. It kept them placated.
Oh, fair enough.
Also
It's-
got
it's
used against me to help raise a rebellion. So, you know, it's it's important for the people.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's very nice. It's not a castle, but you know it'll do in a pinch, I suppose.
I am sure it will. And at this point, I can say we've probably gotten back to we can hand wave time a little bit and get back to the winery.
Oh, what is time?
It's a construct, and we're blowing it up
Is Tom?
along with gender and gravity.
Who is Tom?
Uh, kind of wish we had someone named Tom in like the chat. So
Do we have someone named Tom in the chat?
if there's a Tom,
What
in
are
chat,
you,
please-
Tom?
what are you?
As you get back to the winery, Dom, a little owl flares down and lands on your shoulder.
Is this my owl?
Yeah, of
or
course.
We do have Toms. I'll reach into my bag to see if I have any like scraps of food, and I'll feed it to my owl.
It's just sort of like. And some of the townsfolk that have been staying at the winery are all glancing out. You can see them looking out. It's like, is everything okay? There was the mists and the and the bats and the wolves and the lightning. It was the whole thing.
It was a whole thing. Quite the show.
Thank you. I
Not
appreciate
jealous
that.
at all.
And they all kind of stop and look at Strahd and they're like,
Key vibes.
And Strahd's like, don't. It's too late. They've already started like bowing and being my lord. It's so good to see you. We never expected to.
Don't
Please.
feed his ego.
I don't like this part, if I'm being honest. The not the part I like about being me. not
Guys,
my
if you
favorite.
get that, I can make you some food. And Arrow's trying to show some tiny mercy to the still partially clothed Strahd, is like trying to shuffle these townsfolk off.
As you kind of turn around, Lancelot walks out and looks at everybody, looks at Ranagar and like signs like, huh, everyone else looks like shit.
Ranagar signs back, pasta for Jewel, and thinking he's trying to say, totally, I agree.
It's like, glad everyone is all right. And then also signs that I wasn't worried. I knew you'd take care of them. And then just sort of like shrugs and walks back inside. As Eros is like kind of pushing everyone away, and everyone's like, you know, like someone trying to push away like from a celebrity. It's just like, go on, guys, go on.
Ranagar, seeing this, is gonna go stand on like he's gonna use shape earth to make like a little mound so that people can see him, and then he's gonna on the top of the mound be like, I am Strahd von Zarovich, and then he's gonna use druidcraft to make lightning crackle, and then he's can I summon lightning? Do I have that ability?
For the purposes of this, yes.
So he's gonna have lightning hit him, and then he's gonna cast enlarge on himself so that he's bigger, and he's like, I am the controller and savior of Barovia!
Just kind of snorts and tries to like.
You think you can defeat me here? And then he uses his his what is it called? His fucking mind powers to get some bats to like. It's like 3 bats, and there's the only ones within range of him, and he's just like, just swirl around me for a second. He's like, all of Barovia comes to my call. It's just really being an ass.
I'm picturing in my head Liz moving just a little bit slower. Just like,
It's just don't worry about it.
We all have our vices. Mine is being a diva. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, don't worry. Ranagar has plenty. But also awesome. You guys are awesome. You have your. So do I. You know, it's a thing. Anyway.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, Eros, as you're kind of shuffling these people inside, you feel a fuzzy nose rub up against your leg.
Those are Barrington. I'm assuming.
Yes, absolutely.
Eros will reach
As you
down.
look down at this little bear cub, it's just like very excited to see you.
Poop him up, like head scritches. Like, okay, keep moving. The bear does not stop on travels. Trying to get them near to the kitchen. Hurting cats.
Yeah, while everybody's heading inside, Bastion's gonna just go find like a quiet little corner and just start fixing whatever parts of his armor are dented or broken. He's just gonna take out like his little like ball peen hammer and just start kind of working on everything, little sewing kit, and just start putting everything back together.
I imagine Rangar's still mocking Strahd. Even
Oh,
as they
yeah.
get inside.
Mm,
And Strahd's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I really do like that little dragon. Not so much right now, but
Just like reminding themselves, like, I like these people. I enjoy these people's company. I like these people.
Well, Ranagar was also doing this to distract all the townsfolk.
Oh yeah, a bunch of them are not looking at Strahd anymore as like
Oh, yeah.
listen Strahd kind of sneak past.
It's a lot of fun though. So what are you going to do now that you know what's going on?
That is a good question. I'm not sure. I guess we need to find out if my house still listens to me. But first, I think I'm going to take a long nap.
That is usually a very good place to start. They're inside the house now, right? Or
Yeah, they're inside the winery. I don't know the last time I was tired. Genuinely. It's not really something I felt. God, being mortal sucks. How do you all do it? I guess Ranagar is immortal, but like, it still has to deal with all the.
There's like a kind of a flash of like a couple different emotions on Lys's face, which she immediately kind of just covers up. She's like, yeah, I mean, there are parts of being mortal that are less fun than others. That is for sure, and that is one of them.
I am looking forward to the more fun parts of being mortal then. Or more mortal? I'm not sure how mortal I am. I don't turn to mist, so I assume I can die.
This is a very place. A lot of things don't seem to work the same here.
And just yells as loud as they can. Also, Ranagar, thank you for not letting me die when I fell out of the sky. I appreciate that.
Ranagar, whom is still monologuing from atop his mound. His Sermon on the Mount, if you will.
I mean, it's Sunday, right?
Oh my god!
Ranagar, hearing this from Strahd, very loudly goes, "For I am a benevolent god!"
I imagine that the little direwolf cub is like running around like howling a little bit as well now. It's like gotten in on the game.
Ranagar has the direwolf pup running in circles around him like the wolves were doing. And
Like
and he also summons Hee Haw to come and join in on this.
He comes running up.
I am the master of all the beasts whom run through Barovia.
He all starts accenting every line of the monologue with just a. Liz, would you mind if we moved just a little bit faster?
Yes,
This
of
is
course.
in the corner just shaking his head as he's stitching his gambeson.
And like all like I don't know, I think there's about 20 of them. So like at this point, almost all the townsfolk have come outside and are like gathered around Ranagar. Half of them have no idea what's going on. The other half are just dying laughing. There's a couple who are like, "Can he make fun of Strahd like that?" And they're like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess it sounds like they beat Strahd."
Like, sounds like they're kind of friends.
Whatever we
I
want.
don't know.
I don't really know. I don't.
We run this place.
Like, are we allowed to laugh? I don't understand how this works.
Jet, where's Dom right now?
I think Dom would be inside, not
Oh, okay.
not around the group anymore, but like
Fair enough. I was just gonna say Bastion just muttering to himself like, "This is a cult. This is how a cult starts. This is how this happens. I'm watching it in real time."
No more cults.
I think that
Cool.
Ranagar
Yes.
initially was doing this to be an ass and also to distract people, but now that he's got all this attention, it is
like getting
going
into
to
it.
his head, and he's gone from being like, "I'm Strahd," to like sort of being like, "That's right. Gather round, ye villagers."
Liz is gonna glance back as they as she speeds up walking.
It's
And
like-
looks at Ranagar and just kind of shakes her head like, "Yep, here we go again. Here we go again."
I would like to propose that Ranagar is my religion now. On Sundays, I come and I jump on the Zoom call, and I am here to hear the sermon of Ranagar.
I mean, honestly.
I am both the prophet and the god.
Picturing it's like Olaf from Frozen at first, kind of like from Frozen 2, kind of like reenacting everything that's happened up until this point with like dance. And I'm just waiting for like Ranagar to use like mold earth or something to like have little dolls of like Dom to throw through a wall.
Oh, that's happening.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Now let me recall you the time that we defeated Strahd von Zarovich. And he just starts creating like a little diorama of little earth versions of all the party.
Oh god.
I want you to picture like the scene where C-3PO explains the plot of Star Wars with just sound effects.
Oh, to all of the
Also
Ewoks.
to the Ewoks.
God, that's an underrated scene. That's
That is
insane.
highly-
It's an underrated scene.
Oh, I loved that
How
part.
about
That's
that?
so
That's
funny.
amazing.
Because I think I can do that. Yeah, you can cause shapes and colors.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
between your spell list, you can do. Excuse me.
Just
The
the
whole-
whole thing.
The whole thing.
That's amazing.
By this point, Liss and Strahd have probably reached the upper level now. When you look back at Ranagar, that would have been through one of the windows. And then enter the hallway, and it's just a long hallway. On the right, basically, are a number of doors that go into the top of the vat room. And the left is where all the rooms are. And there's not a lot of them. I think they've all been claimed by the party.
Are there any rooms that aren't being used?
Yeah,
Karis's.
well, I think Liss ended up taking over that room.
Oh, okay. We're looking for a room for Strahd.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about the I forget his name, the chef barbarian.
Oh yeah, I guess there probably would be 6 rooms. Yeah, that works.
Mm.
I just recently got here, but I think there is one room that's not being used currently. And she's gonna walk over to it and open the door.
I appreciate this, thank you. And he kind of like stumbles in. And he is, despite being healed, he is messed up. Humanity is catching up with him very quickly.
It's a bit of an experience, I'd imagine. Do you need anything else? We can bring some food
No,
on?
thank
Do
you. You have been more than kind. And he gives you a very weak but honest smile as he just kind of stumbles over the bed and like just falls onto it.
Just that.
He kind of
face.
hits it and he's like, "Oh, this is not as soft as I was expecting, but that's fine."
Yeah, we
There's a
can.
high-
That's it. The furniture probably could use an upgrade. But anyway, feel better. And she's gonna just kind of slowly walk out and shut the door.
Thank you. His face is like fully planted in the pillow.
She kind of shuts as she like shuts the door and walks out. She just kind of shakes her head and laughs, like probably glances out another window and like looks at Ranagar and just. She's gonna go downstairs and see if she can find anything for everyone to eat
Ranagar
after
just-
that.
Ranagar just tosses. The kitchen's upstairs. It's on the 2nd floor.
Oh, it's that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
where Eros is.
Okay, she's just gonna follow to there.
So Liss walks in. So that's where. So Liss enters the kitchen, and Eros is there. And just as you do, you hear this smashing sound as Ranagar tosses the block that is Dom
Dumb.
through like a stone wall that they made. And it's just this loud crash. So all the audience goes, "Oh!"
And then Ranagar, the most powerful and important member of the party, nay, the world, saved Dom from death.
Bastion's just like sitting back, quote unquote, backstage doing his thing. He's just like winces at that last part, like, mm-hmm.
I also imagine, because the way the place is built, I imagine that Ranagar's voice is carrying, like, up the stairs, through everything, in the
I'm sure.
windows.
I
So
think
Eros,
Liz.
what- Hmm?
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, you first.
I think Liz walks in and sees Eros already in the kitchen and is listening to this whole thing from Ranagar just with this like pained expression. Just like, okay. Although the whole description of throwing Dom through the wall, for some reason there's like the tiniest little like flicker of other emotion there, and she's like, it's a fun retelling out there, Eros, right?
Oh, isn't it
interesting.
just?
Yeah, it's not exactly how I remember it, but
Oh yeah, is Eros gonna have an attitude about how Ranagar's telling a story? Yeah, that's definitely the the angle Eros should be taking right now. How dare he?
I feel like I was going to go one direction, but some omnipotent force is getting upset with me for it already.
Interesting. That's
Something tells me I shouldn't make fun of Randagar in this very particular instance. I also know I'm going to ignore that because, oh my god, I think this is a worse monologue than Strahd.
Technically, I don't think Ranagar is monologue anymore. He's just telling a story.
Yeah.
Very
I don't think that's technically a monologue.
dramatically. It's sort of
It
a
came
monologue.
from a
No.
monologue.
A monologue is
You're
usually
doing
when
the
you
bard thing.
Yeah.
But a monologue is usually like a dialogue, not a.
Mm.
That would make every story ever a monologue.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it just came from a monologue. It's not a
it's-
monologue
It
in
is
and of
evolved
itself.
from.
Snowball is just getting,
It's just going.
I do think it's amusing that the druid the bard is sitting quietly while the druid tells the story.
Mhm. Funny that.
I will say, I think he gets this one. After about
Oh
everything.
no, yeah, that's. No,
This is the list.
Bastion's
Oh,
not
that's
about that. Bastion's just let it happen.
well.
Oh shit!
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
What?
Zombie! Holy shit!
For this. Wow.
That's a lot. You have made Andrew speechless, which is tough to do.
You broke
because
me.
they,
Oh no!
They
you
like to
broke
talk.
Andrew.
Pause here for a minute.
Good lord.
Wow.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
Oh my
Zombie
God.
is
Wow.
Zombie is our favorite now. Sorry, everyone.
Thank you. Wow, that's. Well, you broke Andrew, so.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not in this.
Appreciate that.
It's a good thing Strahd's napping right now because I don't think I could focus on him at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
So let's all take a moment, and that's a lot. There we go. That's the appropriate reaction. Slither and snake with rocks. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I cannot. I don't
Fuck.
know if I can express how much I appreciate it, but I hope the fact I can't is. Wow.
they silent. Yeah, they did. They silenced all of us for good.
Eros.
I'd like
Liz.
to imagine that Zombie, whomever is in the bar, like the tavern, and just buys a round for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
just like stands up and is like, "Tabs on me, boys!"
Virus is having a goddamn panic attack, being like, oh no. Everybody rushes to the bars.
The most expensive drink on the menu for everyone. Okay. So
Oh.
that's how you cast
Well.
silence. Very.
Just going to very.
So, what are
casually-
characters again? And
Yeah, sorry.
All right, who's
Yeah.
gonna beat Zombie? No, I'm kidding.
Liz.
Ah,
And
okay.
and Eros. God, I can't even remember the characters' names. Liz, Eros. Well, Ranagar is performing in the background. Liz, do you have any sort of inkling, like emotions from Vess with regards to some certain information that you may have been informed of? I think a couple times now.
Yeah, probably. I think there's like the initial joke, and I think she like kind of mumbles under her breath, of course, he forgot about the part where I saved him from Strahd, but you know. She's gonna
He hasn't gotten to that part yet.
She looks over at Eros and like there's kind of like a weird shift because it has been a long day, well for everyone, but it's been a really long couple days for Liz. And she just kind of looks at Eros for a minute and like looks a lot more serious like all of a sudden. And she glances out at Ranagar.
The immediate like moment that the seriousness kicks in, Eros' fight or flight response like kicks in and just
The freeze response.
yes.
Oh no. Seeing that, Liz kind of tries to like soften her expression a little bit, but she looks really uncomfortable and a little bit upset. She just kind of. So there's. I was going with Bastion and Ranagar over to the what's that? The Fungal Lord?
Fungal Lord.
To visit the Fungal Lord, and they said something kind of interesting. We didn't get a chance to talk more about it at the time. You know, we got attacked by some stuff, but something about Ranagar's old city.
I hear it was lovely.
It was actually very lovely. I had a bit of a hand in helping him make it that way.
Oh, I hear.
I particularly loved the trains and the motion picture films. Theaters were quite nice.
Yeah, I've heard lovely things about it.
Have you been there before? She's starting to get really uncomfortable too.
Eros is now under the frightened condition.
Eros is looking anywhere but at Liz, like moving around the kitchen, not leaving, but like trying to do something with her hands like the entire time. We'll pick up a spoon and like put it back down, just anything. Yes. Not that I can really remember much.
Oh, you don't remember much. Oh, okay.
No, but I have heard various things of my visit.
Yeah. What have you been told about that visit?
Eros like pauses, just gives Liz a look at just like, this is going exactly where I think it is, isn't it?
Well, she looks distinctly uncomfortable too, and very confused. Like there's just like different sets of emotions crossing her face, like every 30 seconds or so. As it seems like there are like memories and different things that are almost at odds. Something about some force or something, or just. She's like trying to remember what they said.
I'll save you the trouble. From what I've been told and what I've gathered through bits and pieces of memories and such, I stole Rakdos' box, and then I'm the one who let them out.
Oh, Okay, you stole Rakdos's. That was under very heavy guard, and how did those guard? I told them not to. Anyway, that's kind of impressive in a way. That was very heavily guarded.
So I'm told. I don't actually remember any of it, aside from seeing the box.
I see. She looks like she's trying to put like pieces together. It's like when you get a puzzle, but like some of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle just don't fit right because it's like a crappy store puzzle. And she's just like, so you opened the box?
That's what it seemed like, though as far as I'm aware, I can't remember any of it. And I am not currently aware of anyone who saw it. And I wasn't alone.
Oh, you weren't alone?
No, my brothers were with me. I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know who took what actions. I don't know how we did it. I don't even know what happened afterwards. I wish I could be of more help.
Interesting.
Just 1 second.
Well,
For what it's worth, it was never my intention to cause any harm. As far as I'm aware. And I am sorry.
I did love that city. And the people there. But, you know, it can't have been easy to tell me, so I
You
appreciate
give me too much credit. It's not like you didn't already know, or at least have a suspicion. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
This just kind of gives kind of that like awkward, like a half smile, and it's genuine, but like still sad and stuff. And she just kind of like slowly walks over and like takes one of the spoons or whatever that Eros is messing with out of nerves and kind of puts it down and kind of gets out some more dishes and says, "Well, shall we make some what time of day is it? Dinner, lunch?
Probably dinner at this point.
Some dinner, perhaps?"
That sounds like a much more lovely topic.
Perfect. Cool. What do you like to make?
Honestly, anything. I'm sure we can figure it out. And at this point, I think it's dealer's choice.
So at this point, this Ranagar reaches the finale of their retelling of the battle with Strahd.
As Ranagar has been telling the story, he's been sort of emphasizing the other people more, still through like a narcissistic lens of like, well, I'm not going to travel with, like, if
Yeah.
basically like, and then Bastion, most powerful of bards, for whom else could ride upon the dragon? But it like
Who
he
else
just
is
keeps
worthy
he's
enough?
very much building up the rest of the party a lot. He's like, Ranagar, trapped inside the anti-magic sphere. Dastardly villainry ahead of him. I forget how the stream ended. Oh, right. This, his protege, a piece of his own dragony power, flies above and drops, crushing Strahd with their radiant claws. catching Ranagar, but Ranagar was too smart for this and said, "No, let me go." And as he fell, his dragon form reappeared, and then Ranagar shapeshifts into his dragon form, and he roars and he stretches his wings out for the crowd.
They all panic
And
for a minute
I-
and jump back, and then are like,
And I caught Strahd, saving his life. For I, too, am merciful.
there's like whoops from the crowd as everyone starts applauding. Just absolutely loving it.
And in one last, Ranagar like looks at Bastion as if to be like, "Now's the time," and then he turns back to the crowd, and he goes, "For we are Ranagar and the dragon marked."
Bastion, like, hesitantly reaches for his lyre and, like, almost as if fighting himself, begins to play. Like, begins to play a very triumphant tune as sparks go off, like, just flying from Ranagar's horn.
And I guess as like a final, like to finish off the story, Ranagar rears back and he opens his mouth and he fires out all five of his dragon breaths in this like triumphant display as he and then he just pops back down to his little kobold form, grabs his hands and goes, "All right, that's done. Go away."
Yeah, that's
off
why
his
the
little
crowd all
mount.
kind of like part out of the way, and they're all like, suddenly they went from applause to all being like, "Oh, yeah, all right," and they kind of like disperse, head back inside.
Ranagar goes over to Bastion and goes, "Oh, I noticed you didn't get in on that very much. Kind of thought performing would be something you'd want to do."
It's been a long time since I've played anything outside of utility. Sorry about that. I didn't. I don't really know how to broach this, so I'm just gonna do it, I guess. I take it you heard everything earlier.
When I was telling that story, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty loud.
I meant sort of everything that Voz said.
Oh, yeah. We have a mind meld. I feel like sometimes y'all forget.
No, I mean,
Like just now, Eros and Liz were having a conversation. It's kind of distracting. I'm trying to tell a story here. It's like, guys, shut the mind meld off.
Oh, I love the idea that the mind melds a radio and people forget to
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Like a light switch, just
I
go
kind of
click. It's a fun little Mormon trick.
Oh God. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought that there was sort of a button that only you had access to, but now that I know for the future.
I mean, it would be a pretty poor mind meld if I had to turn your part on every time you wanted to talk to me. That's not really how.
No, that's fair. Did anybody else hear it?
I think they had the part where Voz was yelling. He wasn't exactly trying to be quiet. And I think they all kind of figured out the general gist of it. But I don't think they know the specifics.
You do remember, Ranagar, that Strahd also seemed to be very aware of what was going on. Like, they could hear the whole thing.
Oh, and also the vampire could hear everything, because he's a bloody vampire.
Right. Oh, that tracks. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
For what?
know, being a shithead.
Oh, right. I just sort of expect that from you mortals. So he just sort of pats you on the shoulder. Well, whatever he can reach.
I don't.
Well, you're sitting,
know.
right?
I'm sitting down. Yeah.
Okay,
He
pats you on the
up
shoulder.
until like you were like, now's the time. He had like a needle and thread in his hands, and he was like, Sure. Yeah. I don't know if I should take that as a comfort or an insult. Probably both.
Renegar just smiles a little, nods. Always both.
Always both. I mean, I hate to
Well,
ask,
if I didn't like you, I would just probably bite you in half. So
that is entirely fair.
Renegar does kind of drop his like sarcastic ribbing for a second, and he kind of looks at you quizzically and goes, "Why me though?"
Really?
I mean, and he puffs up a little bit again. He's like, I mean, I know why I'd save me, but you just met me, and you don't seem like you're enamored with my dragoniness. That's a thing, by the way. People come from far and wide. People want to fuck dragons. I don't.
Oh no. I know I did the whole thing with Strahd. That was more funny, and Eros is actually, I don't know, more genuine than I've felt in a long time.
Renegar.
It's not really my shtick.
Renegar kind of takes his hand back and he goes, "So you and Eros, put a pin in that Renegar thing. You and Eros has sort of got something going on there. I'm not blind."
There's a connection. I'm not gonna lie.
Renegar looks at you and he goes, I'd like you to know that if you hurt them, I will tear you into so many pieces that not even a bronze dragon could find out where you started.
I think I would judge you if you didn't.
Good, so we're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
So many. I liked atoms. I don't know if you know what an atom is, but like I will atomize you. I will just
Oddly enough,
everywhere.
oddly enough, I do.
I will spread your ashes across my kingdom. I will create a new kingdom.
That's just laughing, but he's also terror. Like there's like, it's laughter with like a twinge of like deep-seated fear and understanding that everything that you are saying.
Oh, Renegar's a little bit like he's trying to intimidate you.
Oh yeah, no, it's working.
Renegar's what, a +12 to intimidation?
Mm-hmm. 11 plus 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the sense of self-preservation very, very strong with me. So, you got, unless
frankly, I might go
I
back through the timeline and make it so you never exist. So
I would. Oh God. Yeah,
so
no,
existing is something you enjoy. Don't you hurt them?
It very much is.
I mean, unless they, okay. I
Look,
want to
unless
be
I say
specific.
something stupid
I feel
again,
like
and
Eros
like
is a little
accidentally
bit
reveal.
into being hurt, so I don't mean like at all. But if you like hurt them in a long-term
Oh,
way,
that's a lot. I mean, yeah, no, I won't. I would never intentionally do them harm.
well, I mean, like if they want you to do it intentionally, I'm saying go for it. I'm not gonna like pop in and be like, "I told you," and then
Anyway, feel like I'm getting talked to by a father figure.
sure, something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway, back to me. We've been talking about somebody else for far too long.
Right.
Why me? Why did you want to save me?
Renegar, I could find all of the keys to all of the locks on all of the knowledge in the universe, and they still might not work. you're one of the first dragons to ever be born. You're the bolt cutter.
Ah, I see why Vaz was pissed.
Yeah. It Yeah, no, it was a lot of selfish motivations. And I'm not gonna lie and say that they're not still there, but I'm beginning to see why they're problematic.
Hmm.
I'm beginning to realize that, I don't know, been a bit of a fucking dickhead.
Ranagar smiles. Well, we can all be dicks, can't we? And then he pats you on the shoulder again, a little more friendly than before, and he says, "I'm sure you'll figure this out. But knowledge without the wisdom for how to apply it is largely useless." And then he turns away and he just starts kind of shuffling back towards the rest. Now, come on, I've got other people to annoy.
Huh. Yeah, Bastion just like takes a moment and perseverates on that before like gathering up his things and just following after Ranagar.
I know that generally I give out fate points for role-playing failure and embracing failure, but like that line was fucking awesome.
That
So I
was
want to give a fate point for
gold.
that.
Fuck,
That was
dude.
amazing.
Yeah.
that whole chat was amazing, but that pin on the end, oh, that was good.
I'm pretty good at writing. Ranagar's slipping into a pat.
Mhm.
Oh, as he's walking, Ranagar kind of stops and then looks over at the dire wolf pup, and goes, "Oh, right. Gonna have to sort you out." And then he goes over and he picks up the wolf pup and he walks over to Bastion and goes, "You have to take care of this now."
What?
Yeah, I sort of
Okay.
I gave him to Karis, but Karis is dead. And this is the second family that this dire wolf has lost. So, good lord. it's had a rough
Oh,
go of
good.
it already. And you also seem like a person who's lost quite a bit. So, bond.
Yeah, I don't think you wind up like I do without that.
As the direwolf pup is just sort of in your face, it kind of goes,
Just holds him and like, do they have a name?
I don't remember. And I don't think it does either.
Right. Well, we'll think on that. Good to know. And just kind of like cradles the wolf pup as he's continuing on. It's like, huh.
I think it gently licks your face.
Oh no. Just like a Bastion's heart just breaks a little bit. Like, oh, okay.
By the way, that thing's gonna that's a dire wolf, by the way, so it's gonna get big.
Mm.
But it'll make a good mount.
I'm going to try and have it not eat me.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of things that could eat me now.
Yeah, it's true.
We're heading into interesting territory.
I hope you don't have a vor fetish.
No. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, other
So-
people for you to annoy. Let's go. And just like starts moving.
Bastion
ahead
suddenly
of
has Bastion like goes
Like
through and has like a
doubles.
brief reminder of the number of people he's watched just get eaten alive, and he's like,
Like-
nope, not about that life. Just by giant
deeply
bugs.
haunted.
It's just like, yeah, not that.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, some of those followers that come to see me, they do. Ugh. Please, Mr. Dragon, won't you eat me? No, fuck off. And I can't
Bastion
even
just
get
kinda,
mad
like,
at them and be like, go
stabs
away or
him.
I'll
Yeah.
eat you. Or they're like, that's what I wanted in the first place. And it's like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Just a 1,000-yard stare as they keep walking.
Where are you guys heading to
Yes
now?
To say.
The two of you.
Probably to the kitchen where everybody else is.
Ranagar's gonna go find Dom.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you, Bastion? Are you gonna head to the kitchen?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll split off at that point.
Dom, where are you?
Don't know. I feel like Dom would have went up to his room and dropped off like their stuff, and like pulled out. Would have picked up the tarot deck, of course, because wants to do that because it's a new day, right? I haven't used it yet today.
No.
Cool. And then we'll probably briefly glance at the second deck and like take a second, thinks about it, looks back at it, and picks it up too.
Yes.
And I don't know what he'd do from there because it'd want to do the tarot deck with everybody around, and then would probably want to pull a card from the other deck hypothetically with other people around, but probably not today because Dom is sore.
Put the deck away. I'm sad now.
For now. Yeah. I don't know, would probably make their way to the group.
So as you step outside, as you go to step out your room, Ranagar is when you sort of knock. So I guess how the scene is that Bastion and Ranagar would have been walking and talking, and then when you got to Dom's room, Bastion would have kept going into the kitchen, and you would have stopped here. So.
So what am I, like, knocking on the door?
Yeah, like just about to knock as the door opens.
Oh, there you are. Hello, Dom.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Just the best I've ever been, you know?
Perfect. And then he goes, eh. Eh.
Oh, you want upsies?
Yes, please.
I will pick you up and like put you on his shoulder, I guess.
To the kitchen!
You know, normally
that's a thing.
You know, normally when it's upsies, it's you putting me on the ceiling, but sure.
Ranagar starts holding onto Dom's like braids and is like trying to direct you to the kitchen, Ratatouille style.
Yeah, Dom make his way to the kitchen.
Nope, he's gonna hold on to your elf ears because he thinks that's funny. They're pointy, so I have something to hold on to.
Dom's gonna like hold on to his ears and like kind of like fight you on that one because I imagine that doesn't feel too good.
I don't think are elf ears like particularly sensitive. I imagine like if somebody held the top of my ear, I don't think it would hurt.
Yeah, I feel like they probably would have to not be because they're so much bigger. Like they'd get
button stuff or whatever. Get bumped a lot.
I don't know. I'm just picturing movies like somebody dragging somebody off by their ear, and I'm like.
Oh, he's not
imagining
like
holding.
ripping on it. He's just holding them
All right.
and giving like gentle tugs as you go left and right.
So Bastion, as
I'd also
Ranagar-
like to imagine Ranagar has weirdly soft hands for his little claw hands.
Well, yeah, they're also like they're new-ish, so it's not like he's like
Oh yeah,
to callous them.
he hasn't really been that being for very long, so it'd be like baby soft.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Bastion, as you enter the kitchen, Liz, Vex, how are your two characters feeling as they're preparing a meal? Are their faces, how are they doing?
I guess Eros would have tried to lighten things up as much as possible, given that Liz had seemed to want the same thing. And so probably would have been tense at first, like doing their own thing. And I think there would have been one point in the middle where Eros pauses what he's doing, looks over, looks back, and then just like flicks some flour over towards Liz.
I have a feeling there might have been like the starts of a food fight.
Oh no. You guys are having a food fight now. Bastion,
Yes.
that's what you walk into. You walk into these two throwing
Watching
like
full
ingredients.
like still holding the wolf pup, full stick of butter just splattered. just
Like
and
a
the
handful
wolf,
of cheese.
the
Like,
wolf
starts
pup
licking
just
the
starts
butter.
licking it up, like
Like
this
to
might as well
think-
happen now.
I'd like to think
Oh.
this food fight is getting out some like pent up emotions, and it's just all let out in this unnecessarily aggressive food fight.
Like they're not pulling. It's not like they're
acne for
teasing about it anymore.
days.
flat out launching stuff at each other.
Yeah, it's just.
So yeah, as
like,
Bastion
flipped over
enters,
tables,
Liz
like-
throws. No, actually, Vex. Eros throws a stick of butter and Liz ducks, and it just slams into Bastion's face, who is
Can it,
walked in
like-
carrying this.
Can it land like facing like outwards, and it just like hits with such force that it just sticks out of Bastion's head like a horn?
Yes, it can.
And the wolf pup just reaches up and takes a bite out of it. Like, that's probably not good for you. Oh god. Just takes
Combat
out the
zone,
shield
get
and
down
like
to get out.
there's like moves. Like, oh god.
This turns around and sees like unicorn, like butter unicorn, Bastion, and there's like this flash of light, and she just like crumples to the ground laughing. She like, cannot breathe. So good luck on you, Bastion. You ever wanted to be a unicorn? Now you've got it.
I think all the time in the mind meld with Ranagar has given me a
At this point, Dom and and Ranagar walk up with Ranagar on Dom's shoulders, directing them Ratatouille style with their ears. And as you walk up, Bastion sort of turns, and you immediately see this stick of butter that's like got this chunk out of it that's starting to droop a little bit. That's like just slapped squarely on Bastion's forehead.
This is like on the floor. I don't know what Eros is doing. But
Eros
nervous,
is like-
you can't stop laughing.
Trying to contain her laughter, but
Yeah,
she's
that's
also
just
like
like-
readying up for another strike with like, I don't know.
Bastion's got his shield up and is hiding the puppy behind it.
Readying some blueberries, just like
I must
Losing
protect
her
the child.
Liz like reaches up and grabs some roll dough from the counter and just like not very good aim because she's laughing so hard, just chucks it at Eros.
Make me roll. Make a dexterity check.
I can do that.
No, not you, Eros. This is basically gonna be an attack.
Oh,
Roll to hit.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Not very good. Hang on.
Perfect.
That's hang on. Wow, what does Liz do again? That is a 12.
you roll with advantage because Eros is losing her shit laughing.
So's
at the
so's
point.
so's Liz. So
Oh,
the
my word.
advantage and
Oh, yeah,
disadvantage
it's
cancel
true.
each other out.
It's true. This-
The dough
No.
just splatters into like a bunch of cutlery and just sends the cutlery flying.
Eros
God.
lobs the blueberries. Right
It's just a shotgun blast as these blueberries end everywhere. They're just all
Well-
over Bastion's shield.
Yep.
While this is happening, Dom's gonna kind of like poke at Ranagar and like point to Bastion and go, well, you know, imitation is the finest form of flattery.
A fork, like a
Oh,
butter knife, sticks into the butter.
Ranagar through the mind meld to to Liz goes, "Would you please make that butter blue for me?"
Liz kind of like just gets hit in the face with like some of the blueberries, and I think one actually goes in her mouth, and she has to kind of chokes for a second on it, and she turns around and points her finger at Bastion, and it suddenly just like lights up. And starts glowing
Bastion's whole
blue.
hair
He's,
turns
like,
blue as
coughing out the
well
black
because
hair.
you
Didn't hit quite right. Just like his whole like edges.
whole
Your
head.
whole head turns blue. Oh, we've got ourselves a Willy Wonka situation.
Turns around and she's like choking on.
Oh
the
my
blue
god,
and
that fits so well. Wait, what was that character's fatal flaw? Veruca, wasn't it? Did they
No,
like to just
Veruca was
shoot-
the Baruka was the
It was-
one that.
No, what was the selfish one?
She's
Oh,
not
it doesn't
the
work
guy
as well as
who
I
every
wanted.
No.
I have to do every
No, the gum chewer was the one.
Yes. There's
Oh, yeah,
Violet,
that-
you're
that
turning
char-
violet, Violet.
Violet, that was it.
That's right.
It kind of does because she wanted to taste everything.
Yeah, wasn't her thing like no impulse control?
Basically,
and
knowledge for you is gum.
Yeah, there we go. Gum tastes like anything. Oh goodness. And everything.
Going to have to juice Bastion.
Oh no, I hate that. That's no. It's a basticorn. Somebody said in the chat.
A basticorn? I love that.
Is there?
Oh my god.
The majestic Basticorn.
The majestic basticorn.
I just love that all of this, everyone's
Oh.
still, like in their armor and like everything,
Yeah.
weapons and everything.
I'd like to think they took some time to like soak bits of napkin and liquids to like launch a liquidy napkin.
Oh.
Milk, water, wine. Just
I like how the
Launched
shield's
over.
just doing nothing and everything is hitting Bastion in the face.
It's doing its job. It's protecting the child.
It's protecting the
Protecting the
child.
child.
Yes.
The wolf is
Protecting the
very
wolf pup.
excited. The wolf has been
Oh, yeah.
like licking everything that hits Bastion.
It's just like dripping off of Bastion's face, and the wolf is like, ha 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 ha.
His voice is smooth as butter, and now so is his horn. Very good, Ishna.
Oh god. I
Oh,
just have a
beautiful.
picture in my head of the party right this moment is amazing, and I wish I were an artist to like
Oh,
represent it, but
so good.
looks like everyone made it. We were gonna make some food, but we got a little distracted.
I feel like at this point you could just stick my face in the oven and we could have a 4-course meal.
don't
Please
think I'm
don't.
mechanical. I think that's one of the few tendencies I didn't have at some point. Are you here to join the fun or? Arrow's holding up like a fruit of some kind, like looking between Dom and Bastion.
Bastion's like looking around, just grabs the butter up to his forehead and just like readies a throw. Just like Wild West standoff, a tumbleweed blows by.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go.
I need you both to make attack rolls. Dexterity attack rolls. No
Yes.
proficiency. None of you. Actually,
Beautiful,
arrows, you can
pure
be
dex.
proficiency in throwing food. You
Yes!
can be proficient in
Yeah,
food
that
fights.
makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
So pure dex.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Oh, not great. 12.
24.
Bastion hits. Oh no,
Oh,
they're back.
we're good.
Is the stream in the right spot still?
No.
Yes, everyone's in the right spot still. Bastion hits Liss instead of arrows. Just like
Oh.
big arm wide, like throat releases too soon, and it just slams into Liss's hair. It's
Oh, gross.
everywhere. Arrows, on the other hand, Arrows, were you aiming at Bastion or were you aiming at someone else?
Eros was very pointedly aiming directly at Dom.
So this fruit, no, it is a fruit. It's a tomato. Just splatters into Dom's face. It's a little soft, so it just splats.
Imagine
Just
someone
like,
that like splats onto Ranagar too.
yeah, just a little bit like
Ranagar's
splatters up onto
so-
Ranagar, but it hits and it just very slowly slides off. Just leaves this like streak of like juice and seed and like bits of tomato.
Where are Dom and Ranagar and Dom are like in the doorway, right?
Correct. Yes.
I kind
Ranagar-
of
Ranagar casts Goodberry and then hands Dom just a handful of just these fat, juicy dragon berries, and it's like, oh, here you go, Dom.
Dom's gonna aim straight to Eros and
Like trying to
Give
duck
a
behind
shot.
the table as fast as possible.
Dom, make an attack roll.
Oh gosh.
17. Do I have any modifiers on that? Or
Plus your dex.
oh, okay. 17 plus my dex. That's like a 22.
That hits Eros. Just like as Eros like tries to duck, they actually duck into it, and just the dragonberry hits and it splatters, and the juice is like 5 different colors. Like it's the colors of Ranagar. So it's just everywhere. It shimmers a little bit because it's magic. So like Eros just has this like massive splattering of thick juice all over their face that's just like shimmering the different colors. Yeah, phrasing, I know.
This watches that, reaches up and grabs a roll and looks back to Ranagar and Dom and just turns and just chucks it at Ranagar. Sticky roll dough.
Oh my goodness.
Make an attack roll for me.
Okay, plus dex or no?
Yeah, plus dex. Yeah, it's a dex attack roll. It's just you're not proficient.
That's a 21 to hit.
Does that hit you,
Oh
Ranagar?
my god.
Yeah.
Sticky dough splatters all over. It splatters on Ranagar's horn. It's like,
Can Ranagar hide behind Dom?
yeah, make me
Am I behind
Reflex
cover
saving
since
throw.
I'm sitting on their shoulders?
yeah, I'll give you +5 to your AC.
Oh well, then it doesn't hit.
How much does it miss? Does it miss by the? I guess it would have hit you. So it
One.
misses
What did
by
you
the
say? Was
5.
it 21?
Yeah.
I'm at 22 with a +5.
So with cover rules, if there's a creature interceding and the attack misses by the amount of cover that the creature is providing, so in this case the +5, Dom gets it instead. So it goes for Ranagar, and Ranagar just very quickly kind of like turns Dom's head over, and Dom just gets all over their face. Just like, and the dough now is like, it's sticky already, but it's sticking to the juice. So like Dom is like this like mask of dough on their face.
He's a pizza.
Dom's gonna like wipe the dough off of his face, like collect it, and then like shoot it back at Liz, and then is gonna also go for Bastion.
There's
Alright.
like a moment
Splits it
when
into
that-
two.
Like, yeah.
the moment when that roll hits, and where this is gonna be like, oops, like I was trying to hit Ranagar, but she's gonna see that it hit Dom, and she's like, that's okay.
Oh my
Fair
god.
play.
Dom, make me an attack roll. Party PvP, everybody.
So it's a 19
The
for
only
the
way
one
to
that's
do
going
PvP.
for Liz, and it's I know math. It's a 17 for the one going for Bastion.
Yep, hits both of them. This one I think probably hits Bastion in the back of the head.
Yeah. As Bastion's like
Sebastian
turning
just
to like duck and
Just like splatters all over the back of Bastion's head. And then Liz, just as you're like, oh, I meant to, no, this is fine.
She reaches and
Oh,
grabs some of the
goodness.
butter from her hair, and she pulls the roll off her face. And she kind of glances at everyone, and she just takes a piece of the roll, puts the butter on it, and just, oh, thanks, Dom.
Good snack. And
raw,
Bastion will just
raw
like
dough.
pluck it off the back of his head, pull out some of the hairs, and break off a piece and feed it to the wall. Oh god.
Eros is gonna reach back to the poor little bear cub who probably got caught in some of the splatter of the dragon berries, and just like give him scritches. All good out there, like holding a hand up from behind the table.
Bastion takes the dough and like puts it on like, I don't know, a fork or a knife and starts waving it like a white flag from behind the
Liz grabs a thing of sauce, glances over at Eros, and vanishes. Misty steps behind Eros.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay, where's my D100?
I don't care. You turn into Vess.
You don't.
As you appear behind them, you're now the 2.5 foot tall kobold.
Oh no.
And you don't have the dough because you're a different person.
The sauce anymore?
Oh, no.
It's gone?
No, because you're still. You need to write that down. Liz is still carrying whatever they brought behind
Yes.
Eros.
Oh god, that'll be funny later.
Oh, sauce is on Liz somewhere. And she appears and she goes, damn it. And she's like, looks around for any other food
Oh.
that might be sitting around. And she glances at the counter, which is now like too high to comfortably reach. And she goes,
Eros will reach up and like slowly pull some dough off of the counter and just, you get this one.
she takes the dough and she kind of like glances at it. She's, got her robes like those very distinguished looking kobolds, and she takes the dough and she just smiles really quick, smashes it on Eros's, jumps to try and smash it on Eros's head, and then just books it.
Eros is giving chase.
Good one, Vaz.
Eros is grabbing another tomato and giving chase.
Andrew, change the photo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes.
They're vests now.
Bess is just running from Eros as fast as she can. Like trying to negotiate the suddenly smaller legs and the clothes, and is like tripping over it.
Oh
Like
my
trying
goodness.
to duck and weave out of the kitchen and just like line up the strength of this tomato.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Bastion face still blue. Just turns to Dom and Ranikar. Are we good? Are we still wait?
Yeah, we're good. And then Dom's gonna kind of walk by Bastion just like the rest of the dragon berries on his head, and just gonna smush them on Bastion's head.
Just like just in full in his face, just like still has the dough and it just accepts defeat. Just kind of like, yeah, that's fair. Oh god.
Someone asking if this is loud enough to wake Strahd.
Where are the village? Like, where are the village?
They're down below. They set up like cots and stuff down below.
Gosh, is anybody waiting for dinner?
So however,
What the
Liz
fuck? Where's
cover
dinner?
or Vess, I guess they're mostly clean now.
Yeah, they're mostly
Is
clean
being
now.
chased by this food-covered Eros, like ducking and weaving through these citizens who are all like jumping out of the way. A couple of them are laughing. They're just like they're just have no idea what's going on. And at one point, Vess actually ducks behind someone and is doing the like
Using this.
as Eros is like trying to line up the shot with the tomato. I think it was a
Tomato.
Poor villager.
She, like,
And
pats
Eros will
the
try to
villager,
take
like,
the
gently
shot.
on the shoulder, like, thank you.
Villager's just like, as you go to take the shot, the villager jumps straight up. so Vess loses their cover. Go ahead and make me an attack roll, Eros.
20?
I believe that hits Vess.
Oh yeah, that matches the AC, so that.
The tomato splatters all over Vess. Doesn't hit you in the face, hits you like square in the chest, all over these wonderful regal
Oh no!
administrative
Just
robes.
constantly with the fucking robes.
Gosh dang it! And she's gonna like reach down and take like whatever remains of the tomato and look at Eros and just wink before chasing after her.
Oh my goodness.
What is the rest? What are the other three of you doing while this is happening downstairs?
Are they still chasing each other? I thought we were watching.
Oh, you guys went. Okay, that's fair. Yep,
Yeah.
that fits.
Well, I mean, Ranagar's doing whatever Dom wants to do.
I think Bash is probably starting to like clean everything up, and like the wolf is sort of helping by eating the food. And he's like, no, don't, not that. That's bad. It's bad for puppies. All right.
I wonder if a direwolf would have like a much higher constitution than a regular dog.
Probably.
I imagine a direwolf could eat
Probably.
basically whatever the fuck it wanted. What is their con? 15. Yeah, they could probably eat whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they're fine.
They'll be
They
fine.
can eat whatever they want. So as Bastion begins cleaning up, and Dom and Ranagar are watching the nonsense that is currently Vess and Eros, we will take our break for the evening here. Thank you all so much for everything. You guys are awesome. We will be back in about 15-ish minutes for more inane nonsense and seductive vampires and and whatever else happens.
Oh goodness.
Go bug Virus, get yourselves drinks, get yourself something to eat, and use the bathroom. And we will be back with more Houses of Barovia. Thank you guys so much.
See you soon.
See you soon.
I did not look at what my players were doing before I
Dance, Jet.
God damn it, Jet. You're throwing off the groove, man. Oh,
Thank you all for your patience. I hope you thoroughly bothered Virus while we were on our break and have gotten yourselves refreshments and are ready to continue. So, the party, having successfully, finally, cleaned up the kitchen and actually made themselves a meal, we will rejoin them as they are sitting around their table, just eating and chatting.
Who got the last hit?
I think that should be the argument you two are having about who won the food.
Yes.
Really won. That was a cheap shot. Well, you.
So that is where we will rejoin. Sorry, drop something. That is where we'll rejoin as Liz is in the middle of explaining how they won the food fight. Sorry, Vess is in the middle of explaining how they won the food fight.
That last one did not count.
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't even there for the majority of it.
I kinda
She
have
looks
to be
around at
with
the
Eris
others.
on this one.
That did not count.
Ranagar cocks his head and he's like, "You all realize that they're the same person, right? Like that.
I mean,
They were
Details
here,
are not
sort of."
important.
but for the technicality of the food fight, and if Liz disappeared with the dough and then Vess showed up without the dough, was
Vess
Vess
was also
participating as well? Like, how does that work? I'm very...
Well, technically it was still me, and I was participating the whole time, but
Right, so where
Vess
did
was
the dough...
participating for the end when I should have won. And she looks at her.
You said should have, therefore you admit that I won.
No, because
I have
we
won.
had already called the
You
truth.
said it? Nope,
We had-
you said it
no,
with your own mouth.
Ugh.
Should have.
Hmm.
Eros.
She just goes back to eating and just like watches Eros.
I mean, if we're going on technicality, I think Dom hit me in the face last.
I hit you in the face last. I smushed berries on your head. Come on.
Right. So if it's
Ranagar-
not a ranged attack, does it not count?
Ranagar's like, "Well, technically, wouldn't the person who got hit the least be the winner?"
Ranagar, you used me as a shield.
I
I don't think that changes his point.
did, yes. Oh, Okay, Tom, how
I
many
had
times
a
have you used
shield.
me as a shield? Just because I'm a dragon doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Have I used you as a shield?
Everyone's
Does
hidden
it
behind
count as
Ranagar at some
everyone?
point.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we all
Does it
have.
count as using you as a shield if I'm on you? Yeah,
You
Dom's
could-
just kind of thinking about this.
Oh, some of these times I don't think you were here, but Dom
Mild.
Dom is like hidden behind. I think everybody at some point is hidden behind the bulk that is Ranagar
yeah.
when he's big.
Oh yeah, I think so.
All right, I will happily take second place to Renigar. Everyone
I think
else, I've won.
The one thing we have established is that Bastion lost.
I
agree.
agree.
Oh,
Fuck
I forgot
Bastion.
that.
Okay. now that we're all in agreement, I don't think anything else really matters. And she
Bastion.
goes back to eating.
Like spotlessly clean face, still blue.
Oh,
I
my
mean-
God.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, I was trying to think of a name for my dog, for my wolf. Sorry. Just like pets the dog. It's like, it's like wolf. You are a very, very intimidating and handsome wolf.
Looks very, very
Oh,
pleased with
he-
himself and kind of like curls up on the back on the ground again.
He looks a bit like a Clifford to me, but like, I don't know, it's your wolf.
Yeah, Clifford. How would you like Clifford?
Does not pay attention to you at all. Just continues like lamping.
He might need a little bit of obedience training, but I may be wrong.
I think his love language is mild indifference, so I'm gonna say that Clifford's probably pretty good.
Oh, is he raising his leg? Oh, you better get him quick.
Oh,
He's
quick, no,
raising his leg.
Clifford!
That okay? Don't worry, we've got magic for that.
Just like rushes him out and like sticks him out the window real quick.
The puppy were like, no.
Ranagar, like wide eyes, watches you, goes, "Do not throw the wolf out the
Throw
window,
the
Bastion."
dog! I'm just holding him over the window so he doesn't pee in the kitchen. I feel
Oh
like
my
that's
God.
unsanitary and would break
Bastion!
several health codes.
That's true.
You
That's
also
why I
kill
like
a
I
lot
love
of
this
people
dog
in
already.
here.
I'm not gonna throw it out the window. Wolf, sorry.
Actually, just going to throw the wolf out the window. I never thought.
Would we not? Could we not?
At this point, the door to the dining room opens, and Strahd, who looks much more rested,
He's holding a
enters.
dog out the window as it's peeing.
Good
his blue
evening.
head.
What
Hi, Strahd.
is? I don't want to know.
Face blue.
I don't want
Oh,
to know.
Strahd, you missed the fun earlier.
I heard some of
Strahd's
it,
back.
but I have to be honest. I slept through most of it. I needed it.
Do vampires normally sleep?
Sort of. Not like that.
You dream?
When you
Yes.
dream, are you thinking of electric sheep?
I don't know that one. I don't.
Well, he's not a warforged. I think we confirmed.
It's a Blade Runner reference. Wait, no. Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
I got it right. I should never doubt myself.
Went peach a little bit. There we go.
Well,
Yes.
come pull up a chair. We made plenty eventually.
Actually,
We got there.
that's pretty spot on considering the glitch. Nailed it again.
Oh shit! It totally is.
As
And the fact that we don't know if this is the real Strahd
Right.
or if the one buried in our backyard.
I'm pretty sure we've confirmed that one is a primordially buried in the backyard.
as Strahd's walking around.
What a
the
weird
table-
weekend we've had.
Oh, God.
It is telling. There's a good reason the party had a food fight. They
In a
had a
way,
lot
in a
happen.
way, we've killed Strahd and buried him in the backyard. Yeah,
We planted him there. Maybe
more
more stuff.
same ones, separate ones.
Maybe a Strahd tree will grow and I can awaken it.
Speaking
Strahd
of,
walks around the table, and as he walks behind
Never
Bastion,
mind.
kind of leans in and is like, Bastion, you have a little bit of butter behind your ear. I'm
Oh,
not
God,
sure
still?
how it got there.
I do.
Honest. And then does
Is
pull up a
mine-
chair and kind of sits between Bastion and Vess. So decided you're beside each other. And like across from Ranagar. And it's just like,
Am I
Oh
still
no,
blue?
Ranagar will make every attempt to sit at the head of the table.
Oh.
of course, okay.
I would like to think that the tables are set up that all the chairs are along the side, and Ranagar, and that these heavy oak tables, or no, chairs. There's the word. And Ranagar you just hear him pulling the chair awkwardly because it's a bit too heavy for him as he just drags it to the front of the table so he can sit at the head.
Don't worry, Bastion. Your head's not blue anymore.
Oh, Strahd
I don't know if I believe you.
Strahd completely ignored that part. Like,
Tell us the truth.
Strahd's caught on to the making fun of Bastion, so.
Oh yeah. Just like cleaning the butter out of his ear.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna have
kind
acne
of
for
embarrassing.
weeks.
You missed a spot.
Yeah, yes, that's the embarrassing part. Thank you, Vess. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. There's a reason I used to run Ranagar City, you know. Kept things ship shape. What's that phrase? I can't remember.
So much makes sense now.
Wait,
So,
is
deep
it
in
Liss or Vez?
That's Bez right
Oh.
now.
Don't you dare drop that terrible accent.
Keep it up the
Terrible
whole goddamn time.
Don't you switch to pretty English. You stick with shitty Cockney.
No offense to
That's
all the people with the
official.
shitty Cockney accents.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm sure someone could sound lovely with Cockney. We're specifically doing a bad job.
Typically, the kobolds have shitty.
All the kobolds just sound bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine you'd be very nasally if you had a 6-inch nose.
Oh yeah. That's most of where the resonance is.
And with like teeth, like sharp teeth and shit, like it'd come out weird.
Oh yeah.
Renegade, do you like being a kobold?
I don't know. I guess it's more convenient to fit through doorways. And I do like riding on people's shoulders. That's been a highlight of this for me. Usually people ride on my back, but now it's like, haha, the tables are turned.
We
That's
are
true.
all your personal palanquins.
I mean,
Things is definitely a lot better now.
I actually tried to have a palanquin when I was a dragon, but it turns out you cannot get enough kobolds to lift a full gargantuan dragon on a palanquin. We tried. Like, Vess sent out the call.
Oh,
I think at one point we had like 1,000 kobolds trying to lift me, but like it's just not enough. That's just not.
that is a day that I was trying really hard to forget. And
It was
now
such a
it's
good
come
day.
back in full force. Do you know how many gifts and how much paperwork it took to apologize to 1,000 kobolds for what happened that day?
Apologize. It was an honor.
Right. Right.
Ranagar has been like smiling this whole time, and then he just looks like really sad, and then he just sort of stops talking because he's remembering like these moments from long ago where Vess and him would dine together, and he's just like, oh right, my city's been destroyed. he just quietly is like, oh.
When Renegar's face falls, like Vess had also kind of fallen into that old thing and like glances around and remembers like, oh yeah, that was a long time ago, and like glances over at Eros and then kind of looks down and gets quiet and just starts eating as well.
what does Eros do in response to this turn in mood?
Eros is no longer stupid. which some part of him regrets. As he,
Oh no, I understand this.
as he is like, oh, I can read this mood and I know what happened, especially with Vez looking over. And she looks between the two. And goes to apologize, stops herself, just sort of goes quiet and slides a little bit of food over to Renicar's plate, and then a little over to Liz, and then just sort of tucks in.
Ranagar gives Eros like a pained smile.
And it was just under his breath is, that's so much worse. And goes back to eating.
This like sees the food and kind of glances over and kind of just gives like a little smile and then just shrugs and kind of like, oh well, it is what it is. It's resolved. And just kind of goes back to eating.
Bastion looks over to Dom and is like,
Your entire group dynamic is very strange.
Like looking up and just like not freaking out, but just like, oh my god, I wasn't even allowed to find the actual answer. Like I can't even feel fully guilty for it.
mm-hmm.
Ranagar looks at Strahd and goes, Strahd, friend, you're one to talk. Have you seen the company you keep?
Just kind of snort a little bit.
Have you seen that we're adventurers sitting down and having a nice dinner with Strahd?
This is not.
You
the
saved
usual
my
fare.
life, we saved yours, and now we're cordial with each other. Arguably friends.
And you can see Strahd like kind of looks at the ceiling and has this 1,000-yard stare for a second. Is like, I don't think I have had friends in over 400 years. I don't know if I've ever truly had friends.
Oh, that's deeply sad.
I was the emperor to be. You don't make friends. You certainly don't make friends conquering the known world.
Ranagar goes, hey, yeah, now you don't.
That's just very pointedly keeps eating, like trying to mask her emotions, which I don't know how well people would be able to read her emotions as a kobold, but she's
Make
kinda like
make a deception check.
deception check.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm Vez now. I need that character sheet. What is her charisma?
It is a +2,
Cool, awesome, thank you.
and your deception is just a +2, flat.
Cool, that's an 11.
Everyone at the table can read you. I don't think anyone's passive insight is lower than that.
She is feeling the words from Strahd and the others a lot. She's trying not to show it.
Oh, I know about Strahd's predicament. I mean, it's everywhere, and I do feel for you. I know about Ranagar's predicament. Liz, Vez. It stands that you've been around for a long time, but how has that worked? 'Cause you haven't been the same person?
It's a very long story.
Well, we have time.
I've got nowhere to be.
I've never really talked about it before. It's never really come up or been relevant. This place is very weird. I've been around a while.
And with that, met a lot of people, I'm presuming.
Yes, a lot of people. She kind of
Do you
like
remember
glanced
all of
around.
them?
Sorry?
Do you remember all of them?
She kind of like slips into that, like almost like that dissociating stare, like she's thinking back through like thousands of memories, and then she kind of pulls back and she goes, some better than others.
Well, they're all lucky to have you. And I, for one, am thankful you've been around this long. Despite how difficult it must have been, and must be.
She kind of looks oddly touched for a second, and she kind of like puts her utensils down and she goes, I don't know about all, but I would hope so. And she kind of like pushes back from the table a bit and looks around, and then it's like the emotions just kind of hit like kind of an overwhelming level, and she just pops out and appears. She in her room or downstairs? I think she just pops outside. I think it just like reaches too much of a point and she just pops out.
You mean you like teleport away?
Yeah, like a misty step.
Ah.
Roll a D100 while you're doing that.
Renegade's like, oh, all right. Well.
I think it was like half intentional, half not. It was kind of like. Okay.
Well, that is one way to run away from your problems, I suppose.
Wait, you're telling me I don't ever have to have awkward conversations? I could just leave?
Better at that than I am.
They call it the Sylvan
kind of
goodbye.
Where'd it
Bastion's
go?
just kind of staring at the table.
Bastion. That is something that someone you knew once was very famous for.
Mm-hmm. Just staring at the table, just putting pieces together that he does not want to put together, and is like, is trying to stay in denial, and is struggling very hard to do so.
That's a 96.
You're Liz again.
Okay.
How obvious is Bastion at the moment? Strahd-wise.
Let's find out. Deception, 16 plus 6. So that is 22? Yes? 16 plus 6, 22 for deception.
Yep. People will have to make insight checks to...
Yep. Working on it.
I'm going to roll for
Is they
Strahd.
25?
25 will beat that, yeah.
What'd you say you rolled?
22.
Ah, cool. Renegade doesn't notice.
Dom wouldn't notice. Dom would have to nat 20 to notice anything.
Bastion's face is still blue. So that might be where a lot of the focus is going for most people.
I think Ranagar is just sort of preoccupied thinking about his city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it gets quiet. Dom's gonna pull out the tarot deck.
Eros, upon seeing Bastion's imminent distress, is going to fairly subtly scooch her chair up next to Bastion's and just like touch her leg to Bastion's. Not say anything. And go back to eating.
I'll I'll be right back. Sebastian's gonna get up and I don't know, I guess go and try to find wherever Vess went.
Liz is just like right outside the door downstairs, and she reappears with the bowl of
The
sauce
dough.
and the butter in her hair and the roll and like everything, and she goes, she just takes the sauce and like looks around and puts it down on the ground, and then kind of like grabs the butter in her hair and just kind of sighs as she like leans back against the wall and just slides down it and sits on the ground.
Butter.
Yeah, butter's just
Railing the wall.
I don't think she'd be hard to find. If
no, I
actually
don't.
was-
I think you
Okay,
can find her
I
very
was gonna
quickly.
say, I
You
was
just go down the
like-
stairs, you can see her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like
wait,
got that thing where she's hugging her knee. Hi.
wait, the exit there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I do that sometimes. It's happens. It seems to. I mean, it was kind of in. Anyway, it seems to happen a bit more often here. Or it's easier to do, or something. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was rude. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's all right. Hey, can you help with this? I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah, of course. And she's gonna kind of just snap her fingers. And there's like a flash of light, and he's not blue anymore.
Just
And she
kinda,
kind
like,
of-
tries to look down at his nose and see if it's a normal color, like full cross-eyed.
She pulls out a little mirror, the same one that she pulled out when they were at the temple, and hands it over to him. Good as new.
Perfect.
This is Liz now.
Oh yeah, I'll change on the stream.
She kind of remembers she has food all over, and kind of sighs and like
Everyone
tries
drink.
to glows. Oh yeah, glows
I drink.
silvery for a minute as she like slowly cleans her hair and like herself off. Hydrate.
Wanted to talk to you about something. I don't want to talk to you about this. I really don't. I would really rather not. But I.
Yes.
Um. Uh, um. Sorry. No, the thought just escaped my mind.
She looks over and like pats the ground next to her, like, you can have a seat. It's not comfortable, but walls are, well, they can be convenient.
I'm like, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling with her. Yeah, he'll sit down. Just like a long silence. I saw something while we were at the temple, and I'm not. And there's a few things that have happened since then, and I don't necessarily know what it means. I have a horrible sneaking suspicion. And is just fully not making eye contact.
Yes, I think a few people here have had some suspicions, but she kind of sits there for a minute, and she looks out at the yard, And then she just closes her eyes for a minute. And she slowly takes a hand and reaches it out and just puts it on Bastion's arm and like gives it just like kind of a gentle squeeze.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was ready to have a conversation, but maybe I'm not. I think I understand where Eros comes from a little bit more, not wanting to know certain things. That's odd. It's new for me.
About his party?
Yeah, but not particularly about that. I don't think I've ever encountered something that I didn't want to know before.
She kind of
This is
smiles, just a
sort
little
of a
bit as she looks
first.
over at him. It's a weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I
You don't need
don't.
you don't need to apologize to me, Bastion.
I'm not entirely sure about that, but sorry, Liz. This is a conversation I wasn't prepared to have.
We
And I
don't
don't.
have to talk now.
I think that's probably for the best.
She kind of looks over at him, and it's kind of she gives him a very warm smile, and there's a touch of sadness there as well. She kind of gently squeezes his arm again, and then she just, if he allows it, just carefully kind of puts an arm around his shoulders and just gives him a gentle squeeze. It's
Yeah, he'll stiffen up at it, but yeah.
When Vaz came to see me, he said there may be certain things that I'm not ready to know yet, which is funny, given things, but sometimes conversations are better when they happen at the right time.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of wisdom in that.
Yeah,
And,
Vaz may be a lot of things, but wise is sometimes one of them.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna head back now. I'm sorry for taking up any of your time.
No, it's fine. I need to learn to face the past, it would seem. So, no running. And she slowly gets up and then reaches a hand down to help Bastion up.
Yeah, Bastion takes her.
She gives it one last squeeze and then kind of like takes a deep breath and straightens up and heads back upstairs.
Meanwhile, just as Bastion has left, we have Dom, Ranagar, Eros, and Strahd still sitting at the table. And Eros and Ranagar still with the 1,000-yard stares, yes?
No, Ranagar has been crying, and he's like, "Why does no one remember to turn off the mind meld?"
Well, this is... I was thinking that too.
Oh, that's so good.
He's just like,
Sorry.
he's just quietly weeping.
Eros will be over, like, patting his back.
Ranagar's like, "No, it's not me. Ah, there's just so many goddamn emotions."
You do, Ranagar, through the mind meld, get a hint of smugness at a point during the conversation that is definitely not Bastion's.
Is it from Liz?
No, it's from Boss. Boss can see everything. You can see and hear everything.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, no, dang it.
They just commented Boss basically to his face, or their face. God, I hate gender. I'm gonna blow it up.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Yep.
He did. What?
Gender deserves to be blown up. Oh my god, that's so good.
Ranagar, these tears may not be yours, but something I have learned with regards to what you've lost, having been immortal and now made immortal. Mortal lives are very short, and the good that you did for your people almost certainly changed it for them. So, you should take solace in the knowledge that that all lives end, but you drastically improved theirs.
Ranagar's like, "Well, now they are my tears." And then he's like, "Well, somebody get a vial. Dragon tears are very potent for magic."
Are they still dragon tears if you're in kobold form?
I don't
You
know.
know what? Sure.
I would love if they were, and they're just huge, giant tears that are dripping from red.
It's just so unpleasant because they're like these
Like,
just
like
it's
rivers.
just like it's just rivers like I can't, oh god, oh why wouldn't the gods give me kobold-sized tear ducts? Eyes burn from
Oh my
fake
God.
crying.
So Tom's just sitting there with a vial, just like filling them with these rivers, like anime-style rivers of tears.
Yes, I can definitely use these, sure.
You have vials, though, from your poison, so you can collect them and give them to someone who can use them.
Can I use dragon tears in my poison?
We can find out.
Oh my.
When Ranagar's calmed down a little, Dom's gonna pull a card from the tarot deck because he just kind of Taroka deck. Sorry, I should start trying to get it right.
I can just imagine Ranagar crying like Deku does. I forget how Deku cries?
Just like.
I'm gonna
Oh,
Google
God,
it.
it's
I
gonna
know I've
be-
watched it. Oh, right, yeah.
Eros will have basically curled up in his chair, just. Oh no. There's no book on what to do when you've destroyed everything one of your party members has held dear. I'm so sorry.
Killing something your party members hold dear? No, no.
No, you
I
killed
don't know if
them.
that's better.
Mm,
I mean, one person compared to an entire. Nope.
Eros might have the highest body count.
Oh no, Strahd has the highest body count.
No, not Strahd. Not Strahd. Like party.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fuck. I
mean,
like that eh. This is one time I like that eh. I want there to be an eh.
I feel like Ranagar's probably had to kill quite a few ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah,
in
it's
his-
just if
his-
you
his-
count
in his
the town tearing itself apart being Eros' fault. That's, they're close. They're pretty
So
close.
if you
Also,
take into
by
account
that's
all
by
of Liz-
3-year murder spree. 3-year
Yeah,
massacre.
we have to.
murders.
Yep, that's something we have to talk about.
800-year-old dragon who had tasks to do.
Who ran a
I'm
city?
not going to say anything
Not the
about
entire
Liz.
Oh
time.
no, Ranagar didn't run the
Oh
city.
yeah, that's right, Vest.
Ranagar,
Best friends.
Ranagar founded and built a city. He had other things to do. That's
Yep.
why he had Vests to run it for him.
I like how the assassin isn't even like that high up with body count.
Wait.
Bastion's probably the lowest out of everybody.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Unless you count bugs.
Always.
Unless
Are
you count
we,
bugs.
are we counting beings or all?
I don't
What
think
I feel-
primordials count. I feel like
I feel
primordials
like-
don't count.
I feel like Bastion would agree that primordials aren't people.
Would
really-
Ranagar count animals in their body count too?
Yes, and
Oh, no.
Ranagar considers animals at the same level as people. You can either decide that he thinks very highly of animals or not very highly of people, whichever. Yeah, I guess both.
It's definitely
It's
both.
somewhere in the middle.
So Dom,
I do think that Ranagar holds kobolds in a slightly higher esteem than most. He just thinks they're neat. Oh no.
Oh,
There's,
inside joke, everybody. Sorry.
I'm
There's
gonna
an
keep that
analogy
inside
there.
joke
It's
on the
just-
inside like I'm supposed
Uh-huh.
to.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Dom, as you pull the card from the deck, it is the charlatan, which
Ooh.
is pointed. And the what is the word? The fortune you get, I guess, basically is the masked ones are clever. Some will act as enemies, others allies. They tell the truth to spread a lie. They fully intend on overthrowing the other one that helped them make this place.
I'll say that in the mind meld to the group.
And we can say that at this point, Bastion and Liss return.
No longer blue.
No longer blue.
Small victories.
All victories.
I feel like Liz still has the, like had
Little
picked up the
thing.
bowl of sauce and just like sets it on the table, like walks over and like kind of glances at the party and
Renicar still got like tears down their face.
Ranagar, are you okay?
Yeah, I just if you're gonna have a really private conversation, you might.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Damn it.
Oh,
Shit.
God.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all closer as a party.
We just had that talk. I'm sorry.
In the mind meld, you are in from Bastion. You get a very like smug like, this can never be turned off.
Boss, can you not give us a moment alone?
No, they can't. They really can't.
Ranagar cocks his head and then looks at Bastion and then Eros and then just out loud's like, "Voss,
Oh,
you sly
no.
dog."
Oh no, I don't like that.
Oh,
I bet.
I
Oh,
can turn it
knowing
off.
off.
Knowing Voss, he didn't like it either. Or they didn't like it either.
It's true. You do hear, I can turn it off, and certainly do. And you
Just
swear
in-
you
to
actually
Vaz in his mind is like, thank you.
it's not for you.
Very-
And you get
I
you actually get
understand.
like a bit of like retching yourself as Boss is like, oh
Like,
god. Suddenly regretting involving this at all.
As Arrow sees Bastion retching, Arrow's just fine.
No, not that. It's trust me. Trust me. It's not that.
Les just like takes her seat back next to Strahd and kind of like glances at him and like nods, and then like looks around at the awkwardness between them and just there's this like sigh of like, oh my gosh, what is?
I know there's a way to roll insight and deception. Is there a way to roll insistence?
That would be persuasion.
No. Persuasion?
But Eros gets to decide whether they believe you or not, regardless of the roll.
It's not great.
Not
Doing a
On
bad
second
job.
thought.
Doing a real bad job.
And what is it?
It's an 8. 6 plus 2.
That's
6 is the modifier. I rolled a 2.
Because of that, Eros was mostly teasing you, but because of how bad of a job you did, Eros was like
Full
started
foot
to
in
like,
mouth.
wait, does he? Is that like?
Bastion,
And
take a
Eros,
fate-
like,
shuts
is a
up.
tiny
Bastion,
bit
take a fate
offended.
point for that.
Maybe to the hub, and Eros like, I'm alright, and like turns away, actually
No,
slightly offended.
All the time. Just sinks back in his chair and just
So,
Les just kind of puts her head in her hands, like.
peeking out like, yep.
Strahd like pushes a wine glass like over to Liz, just like you should. Here. Just
He
like
doesn't,
also
like,
awkward
look
because they've forgotten how to be a human.
Mhm.
She like looks over and takes the glass. Thanks.
You are very
Oh.
welcome. So, Dom, are you going to share what the card told you? Not all of us can hear inside of your mind.
Right.
I will repeat
Yeah.
it if you need it.
Sure, Don will repeat it out loud to Strahd.
The masks one, yeah, okay, yeah. Masked ones are clever. Some will act as enemies, others allies. They tell the truth to spread a lie. They fully intend on overthrowing the other one that helps them make this place.
Oh boy.
Obviously.
That's good.
Hey, Strahd. Did you
Mhm.
have a co-founder? Well,
Barovia? No.
not to that one. A second in command, or like someone else with you, or the other you here.
There's Arena.
Irina, I suppose. But I didn't make this place.
I know. I just meant in like position wise.
Irina would be the second, I suppose.
I mean, this. It could be referring to the Karsteins. Von Karsteins? Honorifics.
Talks
Could
about
be.
masked ones. Wasn't that figure at the Amber Temple holding a bunch of masks?
So the primordial that's out back and we buried out back?
I don't mean to concern anyone, but I want to confirm, Dom, that they said masked ones, as in plural.
Right.
Oh, good.
What does that mean to you?
It means that the duplicate of me is not the only one that is not
Well,
wearing a mask, so to speak.
That sucks.
considering Irina is still very much alive,
Yep.
I would imagine that the one here. Sorry, buddy.
That's-
So do we just poke everyone with a radiant claw and see if they look like a primordial inside? That seems like a rather, maybe not the best method.
Think. Do we We test loyalties.
Well, some of them are pretending to be allies. So,
I mean,
I think I liked being glitched more.
Ignorance is bliss or something like that. I've heard people say that before. Never believed it much myself, but do you know? There are
Bastion
times.
just looks at us.
Eros is not looking at anyone.
Uh,
Nope. That.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well
someone
then.
in the chat, ignorance is bliss. That's right, I thought so.
Well then. It is a bit of an evening. I think I am going to go for a walk in the moonlight. Well, as much moonlight as you get in Barovia.
Do you want someone to go with you?
oh, do you?
Do you need someone? Do you think you're safe here?
I am still me. I hope. And they look at their hands and their claws have their claws have gotten smaller. They're like, you're not far away. I should be fine.
There are a lot of things that should be here but aren't. Are you sure you don't need someone to go with you? Just in case.
Your company would be lovely, Liz. Thank you.
Sounds good. She checks to make sure her swords are still there because she keeps bouncing around with other people. Okay.
Well, we found out where the dough went.
Oh, did you change while you were... Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, yes, we may need... Yeah.
Also, Liz, you missed a spot when you cleaned yourself up.
Really? That's very unlike me. She's gonna, reach up and...
You haven't exactly been feeling yourself.
That... That is an understatement. Thank you. And she's just gonna kind of there's gonna be that silvery glow as she kind of cleans up the rest of whatever food item is still around. It's been an interesting last few days.
Indeed it has.
I don't think I speak for myself when I say I don't like this place very much.
I am in agreement. I am having a hard time appreciating this version of Barovia. It does listen to me still, though. That's good.
Wait
Well,
now.
that's the reason.
Strahd's like, yes, of course. Liz, shall we?
Yes. And she's gonna get up and glance around at the others. Try and gauge the room a little bit, but she is
So, Liz and Strahd are going to go somewhere?
Yeah, they're gonna go for a walk.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going far away.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
What are the rest of you doing?
What time is it?
It's into the evening now. 8, 9-ish. You have had a big day, to be fair.
Yeah,
Big
I think Bastion
days?
might just kind of get up and well, I think I'm going to turn in for the evening. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah, I'm quite sore. It's not every day a distant relative, throws you through a wall.
Did I
You
miss
guys are
something?
related?
What?
Did you
Wait a minute. Whoa! Let's backtrack.
I'm sorry. What?
Did you not pick up on why my mom was working for him?
Nope.
No.
Nope,
Not
that
at
didn't
all.
cross my mind. What?
Oh. Sure.
Explain?
Stop.
Anything?
Bastion's like getting out his book. Is like, wait a minute. Run that by me again.
How? What relation?
Distant. It's I don't know how far back, but we're related. Me trying to open the page.
Was that always the case, or is because your mom is now a vampire? Is it like you're related in that way? Is like Strahd's the one who turned your mom into a vampire, and so it's is my lineage?
My mom was the cousin to Lord Alexandric. I know I can read.
Alexandrix.
Yeah.
Alexandrix is the current, is the one of several families that can trace their lineage back to the original emperors of the Galician Empire, which includes Strahd.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
The plot thickens. Sort of interesting that House Morveau had something to do with your parents' death in that case, and that they don't exist in the real world, and you're related to Strahd.
Strahd, were you aware? I'm assuming yes.
Strahd must have left.
Don't-
Yeah, I thought Liz was still here. That's right.
I don't think Strahd realizes that Decima is my mother, and I would like to keep it that way for now.
Understood.
I have to ask why.
Why don't I want it to know?
Right.
It's Strahd.
And she's working for him. And he's our friend now. I'm sort of missing.
There's that part of me that doesn't trust him. I don't.
Oh, that's fair.
And to be fair, he did throw you through a wall, so.
Only me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, I'm going to go to sleep. This was a lot to cap off the day. I don't know if I should congratulate you or feel sorry for you. And he'll pat Goblin on the shoulder before casting a little bit of like a look towards Bastion and then head upstairs.
Insight check.
I mean, were you being subtle about it?
I mean,
No.
Oh, you don't need insight. You see the
Oh.
look.
Like, all right. And we'll follow after.
I think you got the look wrong.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's why I was rolling insight. That's why I was asking.
Ranagar reaches over and just
No, that's if I got the
What's-
look correct, then it's like, yeah, okay.
You might still follow, but the look was very much so. I'm still offended with you. How
Yeah,
dare
just be
you?
like, nope, that's fair. And Bastion will go to his room.
Before everybody leaves, Ranagar is going to ask if we need to have like an early morning.
That's a good question.
Guess
Are we
what I'm
flying
going
to?
do.
I forget the name of the castle. I forget the name of Strahd's castle.
How
Ravenloft.
long,
Ravenloft. Oh my god.
how long until the festivities?
Are we flying to Ravenloft? Or are we
It's like
trying
less
to...
than a week now, I think. I'd have to
Yeah.
go back and
Figured.
check the exact numbers, but It should be very soon.
We need to get that sorted as well. We need to talk to Stone about that.
What do you think,
Tomorrow.
Renner?
I just had a thing I wanted to do, but it's going to take a while, so like I won't be able to sleep if we have to get up early.
No, I mean, regardless, I don't think it needs to be an early day. I think
Cool.
we've got time. I mean, I'm not necessarily the one to make decisions around here, but I would love to sleep in.
I would also love to sleep in.
Alrighty.
Take that.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Bastion.
Rhaegar,
Night.
thanks for
Oh, you're welcome. And the Renegar is going to go
and sorry.
find... Oh, I'm not the one you have to apologize to. And then he leaves and goes outside.
Oh,
What
gosh.
is Ranagar doing as we?
I'm not going to say it on the stream because it'll be funnier for later, but I will text you.
Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I figured it out.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I'm so
I think I have an
excited.
inkling.
All right. Yes, I am. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Oh, they're
Okay.
kids. God, there are children screaming.
One thing that Eros does want to try to do sometime in the middle of the night is going to try to sneak into Bastion's room and dye Clifford red.
Is that humane?
They have pet safe colors and stuff.
Safe
Yeah.
dyes. Entirely
Sure.
safe dyes.
Oh my god.
Roll me a
Nope.
stealth check.
Okay.
You gotta beat an 8.
I rolled an 8 and have a +8.
Yep, there you go.
So as you do, so you kind of creak open the door, and Bastion is fast asleep.
Hmm.
And Clifford is curled up at the foot of the bed and kind of looks up at you and like before recognizing you, and then just kind of like very quietly jumps over and runs over to you. And you, you spirit Clifford away and turn him red.
And then return him
Yep, and then return him red.
with a note.
The note.
With a note.
I will have you tell us the note in the morning. Dom, what do you do with your evening, if anything, or do you just go pass out?
Just probably pass out.
Okay, I know what Ranagar's doing. So I guess Liz and Strahd walking around the winery.
In the moonlight, but not because it's Barovia.
Yeah, and there's moonlight. It's just not, you can't see the moon itself.
Right. So I think Liz just follows, because he's the one that said he needed to take a walk outside. So I think he's just kind of, walking beside him, but kind of following his lead and kind of looking around. Keeping an eye out for nonsense because this place is creepy.
Sorry, I'm trying to get myself back into Strahd's headspace.
Switching characters. Is tricky.
So Strahd's quiet for the first little bit of the walk, as he's just sort of like wandering around Barovia, or not wandering around Barovia, but wandering around the winery, which I guess is wandering around Barovia, sort of. And occasionally glances over at Liz and then looks up at the sky. Feel free not to answer, but I was curious. Do you know how many times you've done the reborn thing?
A fair number. She sits there like she's actually not sure. I know how long it's been happening. As far as how many times, she kind of sits there and is like counting on her fingers. Some of the memories are a little more vague. A fair number, though.
I see. And you
more
remember, you don't remember all of them, but you remember parts of them? Some of them? Specific ones?
The longer ago they are, harder it is to remember. Or it may be more the significance of certain connections make them easier to remember. The earliest ones I struggle to remember anything at all. I'm not... She kind of gets quiet for a minute. It's usually, as far as I know, I'm the only person like me, so I've never talked to anyone about it before. Never really had to think about it that much.
So then, how old are you, technically?
Impossibly old. Technically, I don't know that I feel comfortable giving out the exact number, but it's
I mean, you are in long-lived company.
That is true. I have lived in this universe for over 2,000 combined years.
Oh, I see. So some of your identities. Oh, that's interesting. So you blink around time too. It's not. Oh, that's making my head hurt. Okay, I am not going to try and figure this out.
Time is really weird. I don't know. And she gets like really uncomfortable.
I apologize. I did not mean to pry.
That's okay. I've never had anyone ask about it before.
That is fair.
I've been around a while. I don't think it makes sense. Time is weird.
Time is indeed. We have dragons whose entire jobs are protecting time. So, time is something that I do not entirely understand. And they exist at all points in time, supposedly. I should probably ask Ranagar if that's true. Although if Ranagar wasn't I wonder how that works now. With Ranagar being a part bronze dragon when they transform, are they in all of the timeline? Oh, okay. Nope. I don't like time. You're right. Time is weird. I don't like this. It is hurting my head.
It starts to hurt if you think about it too much.
That's fair.
I really don't understand the sequential passing of time. Is kind of weird to me.
Well, if you were bouncing around time the way you've described, and probably based on those numbers existing at the same time as another version of yourself. Oh, nope.
Oh, that gets really confused. Maybe we should.
Nope. Yes.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I should change this. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, so how long have you been in this alternate version of Barovia?
It has been 2 years since the day I died. And and Strahd's face drops off a lot. And you can see he like really starts thinking about it. It should be perfect for me. In theory. Irina, I rule Barovia. I have a powerful group. all of these other vampire lords at my beck and call. Whoever made this place thought they knew me, but they did not. I was very pleased when my time had finally come. Very displeased when I woke up here. It's been a long, long 2 years.
Fair enough. This, in many ways, this place behaves nothing like, well, from what I know, the rest of the universe.
It is different. Whoever made it made a perfect copy, though. The vineyard is exactly laid out the way I've seen on the... What's the word? Come on, Andrew. Diagram?
No?
Blueprint?
Blueprint? Diagram? Whatever. When I was being at... Never mind. Getting lost in the politics of Barovia. And I can still control this place. And he kind of reaches out his hand, and like the mist around the moon parts, just enough that you can actually make out the moon. Not enough to leave. I tried.
Well, I guess it's something. It's nice to actually see moonlight for a minute.
Yes.
No offense, Barovia is not my favorite place in the universe.
Barovia is... When Barovia is right, the way it was before I became what I have become, it was beautiful. The sunlight's reflecting off of the mountains and the water. Many, many creatures. It was a paradise. I hope that real Barovia has returned to that, now that I am no longer there.
That's interesting. I wonder if it would have.
Well, I suppose you'll find out.
Maybe. I don't know. Nothing here works the same as it did before. Which is weird, because I thought I had it mostly figured out.
So I take it you didn't blink out of existence into other versions of yourself.
No, definitely not. I never revisited the same form twice.
Well, I suppose there are plenty of mysteries left to this place for us to uncover.
Very true. I hope at least we have some of the resources available to us, but finding out that there may be many hidden versions of whatever it is that created this place is going to make that job a lot harder.
Yes, I am not looking forward to uncovering who is pulling the strings of this place. It was much easier when I was the villain. It's become infinitely more complicated.
Imagine it was. Now you get to take on the role of the, I guess you might say the role of the adventurer.
Huh. Now isn't that a twist?
Which is rather ironic. It's just a little bit amusing, actually.
I suppose it is. All right.
I know you're not used to being mortal, but probably best to get some rest, especially if we're going to, I don't know, head back to Castle Ravenlock tomorrow.
I was thinking the same thing. Thank you for this. This has been very enjoyable. It's been a long time since I just wandered with someone. And they will return to the winery. And then Ranagar, you'll complete the thing you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume turn in.
Yeah, he'll probably just pass out wherever he is.
Okay. I'm so excited. So, the next morning, Bastion, after a wonderful, dreamless, and nightmareless sleep, you feel rested, you feel refreshed, and you wake up and you look down and you are staring at a red direwolf pup. We have a hydrate as well, friends.
Oops. Or Ranagar. Shit. Hello, Clifford. How do you feel about this?
Kind of looks at themselves and like starts licking, trying to get it off, and they're like, and they just look at their hand and do that head tilt thing, and then look at you.
Right. So long as you don't mind it. You do look pretty cool.
Just like poses, like gets very like, and then kind of flops backwards over. So like it's like tries to, as he sits up like too straight and almost like falls backwards.
I'll like kind of push him over and just start scratching his belly.
There is the note.
Yes. Is the note on Clifford?
No,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
next to him.
I was like,
So as you pick up the note while
I'll pick
scratching
up the
Clifford's
note.
belly, Eros, would you please read the note to us metaphorically, as Bastion hears it in his head?
The note
Oh.
says, "You dumbass, aka Bastion. We need to talk about a few things, but I couldn't have you disparaging my performance. Enjoy your adorably colored wolf. Spitefully, Eros. P.S. I'm glad you're sleeping better."
oh, this tracks so well. Just turns to Clifford. It's like, I know I deserved this. I feel bad that you got caught in the middle of it. But again, you're a blood red wolf now. That's pretty damn cool. Feel like you were gonna get out of this better than I do. Well, Clifford, it's been nice knowing you. I suppose I should face the music at some point. It was wonderful the half a day we spent together.
You're gonna kill that dog? What are you?
No, I'm going.
Happening?
I'm assuming that I'm going to like get my ass reamed out. I'm playing it up. My God.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
everybody.
kill. I was like, oh my
No,
god.
I'm not gonna
you
kill
really
the
think-
dog.
you
Why
really
would you assume that I'm gonna kill the dog?
Because you were like, well, it's been nice knowing you, and I'm like,
Yes, with the implication that I'm the one who's going to die. Dear God, everybody, stop assuming I'm a horrible person.
Assume we were gonna kill the dog, but you know, minority.
Fuck's sake, y'all.
I mean, what we learned from Vaz kind of are we? What?
ah!
Patrick, not Bastion. Assume Bastion's a horrible person. That's fine. Why would I kill the dog? I'm the one piloting this character. My God.
There are limits.
Anyway, Bastion ruffles Clifford's hair very lovingly and walks out of his room. Fuck's sake.
Bastion and Gray is probably one of my favorite pastimes.
Well, I've noticed.
So Bastion, where do you go?
Go to knock on Eros' door to see if he's awake.
How long would you say the dye job took?
Not long.
Okay.
Clifford,
Cool.
as it turns out, likes baths, so it was really easy to
Oh.
dye him.
Oh, thank God. That's going to make life easier in the future.
Well,
Yay.
liked
I know we
baths.
have prestidigitation, but
Liked
still.
baths with arrows.
Good.
When arrows bathed them, they were very well behaved. We'll see if that retains.
Well,
Mostly if I
am-
remember, honestly.
Uh-huh.
So, Eros, are you still in your room?
Eros would be. Eros probably would have stayed up till like. He would never admit it, but he took far too long thinking of what to write in that goddamn note. So he would probably up for like an hour, hour and a half later, and then went to sleep. So he probably is just waking up, as Bash should know. Wait, no, this tracks. Is something wrong? Like, as he gets up.
Well, I have a red wolf now.
So nothing's wrong. Understood. Come in.
No, everything's great. Walks in, like, holds the note up. Yeah. Just like, if he had a tail, it would be between his legs.
Door.
Closes the door.
Clifford slips in at the last second, and then runs over and jumps on the bed and just is like basically playing with Sir Barrington.
Eros is like look over the left and look back.
Well, I didn't want the dog traumatized after witnessing another one of its family members' deaths, but here we are.
Sit.
You're talking to
Sit.
Spirit? All right. Talking to me or the dog? You're talking to me. All right. Sits down and, I don't know, I assume a chair.
No, it's just the floor.
It's just the floor.
Eros
Sits,
fully expects you to just sit.
sits down cross-legged on the floor. Just like at attention, kind of.
What part of that made you think I was going to get mad at you?
Well, it started off with Dear Dumbass and ended with Spitefully Yours.
Dear dumbass. Spitefully? Yours. That's not anger, my dear. That is me getting even, as gestures over to Clifford. Your debt has been paid in full. I do appreciate how frightened you were. I think that adds a little bit more.
I think a lot of people enjoy me being frightened around here, or just in general discomfort, and I can't necessarily blame them.
You know so much. You like to use people to your advantage. It's just really funny to see you off your game, honestly. But I do stand true to what they said. It is nice to see you sleeping better. You had a rough time of it there for a bit. You good? Well, better.
Good is subjective. But yeah,
Is there something you're not telling me? Come on, sit on the bed.
well,
Much more comfy.
there's a couple things, but in the effort of I've sort of learned recently how uncomfortable certain knowledge can be, and I didn't give you a choice last time, and I wanted to give you a choice this time. And it's about some of my investigation. Not necessarily to deal with your party, and will forever be sorry about that.
You
More to
didn't
do.
kill them, to my knowledge, so let's...
Well, yeah, no, that's entirely fair. Don't think I'm old enough. But
No.
unless I was a murderous infant and I didn't know, but I doubt that that's the case.
Well, that would be interesting. But
No, it's more to do with you and some of your missing time after that. And to do
right.
with Rakdos.
Frankly, no. Not. Given everything else, how much shit is hit the fan, new knowledge gained, which is a whole new thing for me, actually getting knowledge.
Yeah.
For a bit. A lot of things are going on with lots of other people as well. Namely you.
Mm.
And this. And Renicar. And Dom, who's been too okay. I need to talk to him about that later.
What kind of a place have we landed ourselves in when we're okay is cause for concern?
Barovia! Or the somehow worse version of it. Didn't think that was possible.
I think I'm sort of in the same space. I'm not necessarily ready to talk about it. But I appreciate it. Learning how to be a person again.
I know
You've been
this is
helping
heavy,
Hmm?
but with all due respect, I don't think there's been a time you haven't been learning something. I don't know if it's possible for you.
Yeah, God, I hope not. That is sort of the crux of my my identity.
And that's the problem. And I also flick his forehead. There's more to you than knowledge. Knowledge is something you have and something you use for some other purpose, but it's not you. Figure out who you are first. That'll probably become a lot easier after that.
Fully outside the scene. Who are you? And what do you want? That goes the same for you, by the way. We are not our past.
I don't even know if it was. Or if I am.
Right?
Or if we were. I don't really want to talk about it. If we could talk about literally anything else, would be appreciated.
Sure. Well, that sort of blows my next question out of the water, which was, how are you doing? And that kind of involves talking about that. No, but seriously, like, I want you to know that you're worth discussing.
Eros is gonna cover Bastion's entire face with his hand and just.
Putting my foot in my mouth again.
It's at this point there's a knock at the door. I'm gonna jump back a little bit. Dom and Liz, Strahd has knocked at both of your doors and basically been like, "Hey, let's get ready to go." However, now for about the last 15 minutes, has been trying to locate Ranagar, who is not in their room.
Oh no.
And so as Strahd knocks on the door, Eros,
Yes?
first off, do you have Ranagar or Bastion with you?
I have acquired Bastion.
Excellent.
Not
Do you have any idea where Ranagar is?
There's an on the door.
No, actually. I haven't seen him since last night.
We have I know
Are they
everyone wanted
missing?
to sleep in, but we should be getting ready to go, and we kind of need the dragon if we're going to travel quickly.
All right, I'll be out and dressed in a moment.
You dressed? Okay, sure.
Partially. I don't think he wants me coming out like this. Anyway.
Fair. Some mysteries are best left mysteries.
Indeed.
So after gathering yourselves, the Strahd with everybody heads back down into the main hall of the winery. Ranagar, which after having a shockingly comfortable sleep, you awaken and return and enter the winery. Would you like to describe the situation for the party, please?
Sure. Ranagar is riding on Hee-Haw, who and he's got just a real shit-eating grin on his face. And he goes, "You'll never guess what I did."
Oh.
I'm
Oh no.
terrified to ask.
What did you do?
I've found a new member for the party.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is
Oh,
this
God.
like that time
I
with
know.
the scorpions and never mind. I don't what is it?
If you'd like to introduce yourself. and then Hee-Haw blinks slowly and then looks at all of you and goes, "Hello. I am Hee-Haw,
Oh no.
the donkey.
Oh,
Ranagar has blessed me with sentience."
that's not a blessing.
I am so sorry.
Oh no.
I awaken the donkey!
Well,
Uh,
Hee-Haw, it's a pleasure to formally meet you.
Yes. It is good to meet you as well, Bastion.
Oh. Oh my.
And he
That
lifts
voice.
he lifts a little for you to shake.
Just goes and like your voice is magnificent.
And
I
that's
don't know what you're talking about. I've
No.
always sounded like this.
Ah, there it is. Look, a good storyteller can appreciate somebody else's voice without it being weird.
Why you went there immediately? Hee-haw.
Dom said the thing first. Never mind.
Hee-haw. How long have you been aware of this whole...
What is? Yeah. What's exactly the way that this works?
Hee-Haw looks at Eros and kind of cocks his head and goes, "Of everyone, Eros, I'd imagine you'd know the most, as you were just as stupid as me."
Oh. Fuck.
Honestly, best times of my life. And worst. Fuck. Welcome to Sapiens.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Welcome to Sapiens.
Welcome to Sapiens.
So, never mind. Hello.
Hello, Liz.
Have I even met the donkey yet?
I mean, Ranagar usually has them around, so if you've been around the winery for any amount of time, you've interacted with Hee-Haw.
Okay.
I do also
Nice
like the
to meet
idea
you.
that Hee-Haw is part of the mind melt now and just knows about this.
What is Hee-Haw's intelligence now? Oh, that would break. Now sentient. Oh, and also all this stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna work with that with Andrew because I think it'd be funny if while he was working on Hee-Haw, he actually the Ranagar added some extra stuff.
Yeah, we can do that.
Then you can maybe Ranagar gave the donkey a dragon mark too.
Oh no.
You're all equals. I swear to God, if you treat Hee-Haw like he's not.
Everyone. Just give those to everyone these days, huh?
Thank you, Ranagar. You're welcome, Hee-Haw.
If you gave Hee-Haw a dragon merc, does that mean Hee-Haw can cast a spell and a cantrip?
I think we're gonna have to give Hee-Haw class levels.
Oh,
Yep.
yes. Oh, yes. I love everything about
I don't
this.
know how this.
I'm going to decide what the funniest class for a donkey to have would be.
Wizard.
Wizard.
I will point out
It's like intelligence of 10. It's just like,
that for everyone laughing about that, I will point out to all of our viewers that the Helm of Brilliance does not have a class limitation on who can attune to it.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Bastion's going to be like, so I have a very important question. Are we going to take Hee-Haw with us?
I don't know. Do you want to come with us, Hee-Haw? You can make your own decisions now.
I would like to accompany you. You are my friends.
Why, thank you, Hee-Haw. I'll consider you a friend as well.
we tend to get into some dangerous stuff. Are you sure about that?
I've seen Hee-Haw fight better than me.
Ranagar
Yeah,
just cocks his
Hee-Haw
head at
can
Liz
hold
and
his
goes, Hee-Haw helped us kill a Fakor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hee-Haw attacked the spider lady.
Well then.
Actually, in that fight, Hee-Haw, I think, took the least damage. So honestly, you all should, Hee-Haw should be asking all of you if you want to come along. It's very dangerous.
I could agree to that dynamic.
Fair enough.
I don't like decisions.
Well, it is a pleasure, Hee-Haw, to meet you. And Strahd does like a full bow.
Hee-Haw also bows to Strahd. But not as deep.
Like the 1 foot out, like, that. Like the
It's just,
dressage.
Hee-Haw's just sort of letting Strahd know, I respect you, but, let's remember who's who.
Andrew, you brought up an interesting point with the Helm of Brilliance, and I think Bastion's gonna walk over and be like, so this thing has honestly just been absolutely confusing since I got it, and I have a feeling that the individual who gave it to me would very much appreciate if I were to then in turn give it to you. And if you're going to be coming with us, you might as well have a good way to defend yourself. And he takes the Helm of Brilliance off and holds it out for Hee-Haw and goes down on one knee.
Hee-Haw accepts this.
Why, thank you, Bastion.
It is my pleasure, Sir Hee-Haw.
Sir Hee-Haw. I like that.
Oh my god.
We have another
Oh my god.
Yeah, did you just have the same thought I did?
Hee-Haw's got to be a paladin.
Yes! Exact same brain cell.
Yes!
I was thinking that from the
I
beginning.
love it.
Not gonna lie.
I love that so
We did it!
Oh no, that's gonna be so perfect.
Same brain cell.
The donkey, the paladin,
We have successfully replaced each party member
Oh my god, I love it.
with the
so much.
idealized version of.
Oh, all right. We're gonna take off the Helm of Brilliance. That's.
And so,
I'll remove that from my inventory.
Are you guys
Oh my
fly
god, I
across
can't
the
wait to
river
figure out
or-
what Hee-Haw's oath will be.
Both of the watchers would be kind of funny.
Oh my god.
are you guys gonna fly to Castle Ravenloft or walk? Like cart, I mean.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
question.
it just feels cruel making Hee-Haw pull us now.
No, yeah. I think we fly.
I like that it feels
Oh my
cool
God.
to have Hee-Haw pull us now when Hee-Haw can say yes or no, but not at all to have Ranagar fly all of us over there.
Oh my god.
We want to fly or walk.
I think we should ask those who would be taking us.
Yeah, she just looks at Ranaga.
flying.
Ranagar looks at
Both
Hee-Haw
of
and
you
goes,
prefer.
"Oh, now we have a choice. Funny that."
I was not here for the cart.
I mean, if we're being
No,
I'm
but
taking
it's-
myself. I am fully removing myself from
I
that
wasn't there.
responsibility.
And you've always offered to fly, so
if we're being logistic, flying will get us there faster, and we can avoid the bad areas.
Where's Ravenloft? It's far, right?
Yeah.
Well, Hee-Haw, would you like to try flying? And Hee-Haw, like, ponders for a moment.
Yes. Yes, I would.
do you have like a thing to strap?
I mean-
it's just hooves.
Oh, I mean, Ranagar could just hold him
Oh, that's fair.
and just pick him up.
Can we, at some point, figure out like a special stirrup for Hee-Haw to be able to sit on Ranagar, and can, as a paladin, Hee-Haw Dragon Knight? Like, I know that's Bastion's thing, but I will fully allow it. Like, I'm fully gonna stand aside and I will let Hee-Haw Dragon.
I can't imagine what that would look like, but I imagine it would look very funny.
Oh yeah.
Especially with Hee-Haw in full plate wearing the Helm of Brilliance.
Can't wait to draw this. Ugh.
So you are flying. Cool.
I have other plans, but maybe.
Fair enough.
Well,
Yes, I think we're fine.
shall we
Oh.
go?
Probably. We'll talk to you about later because we never got to it, but yes.
Yes.
As the
This
party
is just
hops on Ranagar's back, Ranagar scoops up the freshly awakened Hee-Haw, and the party takes off towards Castle Ravenloft. We will end the chapter, and we will end our story for the evening.
Beautiful ending point.
The awakened Hee-Haw. The mighty Hee-Haw. This is great. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Thank you guys for everything, especially Zombie God. That was, well, I'm still kind of broken, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. You know, the financial stuff really helps out the stream. Lets us get upgrades. Lets us do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So let's do our last shout outs, and then we can we'll get out of here. Blondie.
Yeah, I'm that one word. I cannot English. Or say
Oh, we
words.
should raid someone.
So yeah, we should. Sorry, I'm that one blonde nerd on TikTok. And ADH Adventures here on Twitch. We have shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every other Friday, and Saturday. I run a Tuesday night game and play in the Wednesday and Saturday games. And of course, you can find me here on Saturdays. And I'll be doing a new improv show with Lakeside Legends coming soon. So
Awesome. Jet.
Hi, I'm Jet, also known as Dungeons and Penguins on everything except for Twitter, where I'm D&D Penguin. And of course, like always, you can find me here on Sundays. This is my penguin. That's it.
Patrick Omega.
Hello, everybody. I am Patrick Keefe, otherwise known as That Great Gentleman, everywhere on the internet, and that is where you can find me. The link in the chat now. You can also find me over at the Writers' Room, a 7th Sea podcast where we play sweeping pirate adventures, and that is wherever podcasts are found. And you can find me here every single Sunday as well.
Vex.
I'm Vex. You can find me on various different platforms as either Dancing with a Fae, Dancing with a Fairy, or Dancing with a Fake Court. Depends on how many times I've been banned on that platform. So that's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Linktree, the whole shebang. Yeah, you can find me here, which you should always.
And Patrick.
I've been Patrick Lawler. You can find me and Hee Haw here every Sunday. And you know where to find me.
And I, of course, I am your storyteller. I was your storyteller for the evening. I'm Andrew. The Tavern of Tales everywhere except YouTube, where it is Baxter's Tavern of Tales. All the VODs will be re-uploaded to YouTube. I finally fixed my Premiere, my Premiere Pro, so I'm able to edit the VODs and remove the opening and the break scene and stuff like that. So I'm just taking them down so I can do that, re-upload them. So the VODs will be there. Of course, they're here on Twitch. Discord. That's the word I'm looking for. Discord. If you love what we do here and you want to keep up to date on all the things we do here and join a really cool, accepting, welcoming community, the Discord link is there, and you can join us at the Tavern of Tales to talk about D&D and life and all sorts of stuff. In addition, as people have figured out, and we love it, you can support the channel through subscribing or bits, as well as through our Patreon, where every month you will get all of the homebrew that we have here, including probably Hee Haw at some point, as we create this amazing creature. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. All the homebrew that is in this is on the Patreon, as well as videos on DMing guides and creating characters and all sorts of stuff like that coming for August. As well as you can get access to me, make you homebrew stuff once a month, if you're really if you're really into that, if you're really looking for something custom. With that said, I am going to raid these people. So give me 1 second to get the raid set up. All right. All that said, thank you guys so much for joining us. We love and appreciate all of you. We will see you guys next week for more Houses of Barovia. It is last call on the Tavern of Tales. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And as we raid, please make sure you stick around for like 10-15 minutes. You can just, walk away from the computer, leave the stream running in the background, and help these people out with their what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Numbers?
Mhm.
With their numbers. It
Their
helps.
Metrics.
Their metrics. Thank you. It
Metrics.
helps a lot. Thank you guys so much. We will see you all next time.
Bye.
Did the raid go through?
Nice. The raid indeed went through.
Good.
Aldry D&D? Aldry the D&D? What is it called?